So get fucked. Kieran's here with a grin, a stubby, and zero fear. Life's too short for worry and stress. He's here for the laughs, not to impress. Oh, get fucked, all of ya. That's his hello. Doesn't mean it deep, just part of the show. Fucking hate that guy. Doesn't matter who, he just says it loud like he always do. Here for the music, the drinks, the ride. Not for your trauma, bread or star sign try. No drama, no guilt, just pure release. He runs just here for beers and beats. Someone types, okay, boomer. Oh, it's begun. He replies, I was cooler than your dad, son. Get fucked, all of ya. And he means it kind, in a weird sort of Kieran peace of mind. He don't rage, he just winds them tight, drops a bomb, then logs off for the night. Fucking hate that guy, doesn't matter who, he just says it loud like he always do. Here for the music, the drinks, the ride. Not for your trauma, thread or star sign try. Look, I'm not trying to hurt feelings or nothing. I just think everyone's a bit soft these days. Especially that guy. You know the one? Fucking hate that guy. Get fucked, all of ya. And he means it kind, in a weird sort of Kieran peace of mind. He don't rage, he just wins them tight, drops a bomb, then logs off for the night. Fucking hate that guy, doesn't matter who, he just says it loud like he always do. Here for the music, the drink, the ride. Not for your trauma, thread or star sign try. Fucking hate that guy, doesn't matter who, he just says it loud like he always do. Here for the music, the drink, the ride. Not for your trauma, thread or star sign try.
I was muted. Here we are live. Just been playing around a little bit with some new setup. Got myself a green screen, as you can maybe tell. I reckon it's going all right. Just the background has no particular meaning. The green screen, no particular meaning. It's just playing around with some ideas, using AI to generate a little bit of different themes. Got a different layout. So if I get some guests coming up, the link is pinned, I believe, for anybody who wants to come up and chat. And I thought, well, what are we going to talk about? And I thought, well, I haven't talked about red pill stuff for a while. So I thought, why don't I do a bit of that? We'll fish out a little bit of Rollo Tomassi. I haven't seen this clip. It's something about why do women hate vulnerable men? And I thought, why don't I give that a bit of a go, and we'll see. We'll do a bit of a discussion on it. I did watch a fair bit of Red Pill stuff back in the day. I could say I learnt a bit from it, but also it takes you in some strange directions. So I thought, why not give that a bit of a go? Try out the new layout. Like I said, if we get anybody joining the panel, then I'm pretty sure it's linked. I'm just going to make sure. Yep. Panel's linked. So if you feel like coming up, come on up. In the meantime, let's play a little bit of a clip, and we'll see what we get. There we go. Let's hit it.
Hey guys, we're up. Hey, good. Hey, welcome to. I'm going to do some short streams here. Today, the topic I wanted to get into is one of the things I think is the most misunderstood concepts in the Red Pill, as it is today, is vulnerability. And the reason I'm talking about vulnerability today is because I think it gets sort of corrupted here. I think a lot of people want to find some reason that vulnerability ought to be some form of game, or else it's if you're not vulnerable as a guy, it means you're like emotionally stunted. Or originally, I came up with the idea of covering vulnerability as a result of a few Scott Galloway videos that I have seen recently, and I wanted to sort of give you a side-by-side comparison of how sort of modern gynocentric society, culture, whatever it is, views vulnerability in men, and sort of the background and the history as to why we can't come to what we think is vulnerability right now. What we think of as vulnerability is what's called transvaluation. And this is a term that I picked up from Jack Donovan a long time ago. Transvaluation is the idea that, strength is weakness, and whatever is the sort of the opposite of something is the positive opposite of it, right? So strength is weakness, fear is bravery, facing your fear is bravery, that kind of stuff. So
yeah, I've heard a similar concept about like always be humble. That seemed to be a kind of a modern take in things I noticed over the last sort of, 5 to 10 years. Make sure you're humble, Stay humble.
We have this sort of emotionalist language that sort of pervades our conversation in a gynocentric social order. So without further ado, I'm going to show you, let's see, a couple of things here. This was the most recent one from Scott Galloway, and I think this sort of sums up the modern wokesy postmodernist view towards why men ought to or ought not to be vulnerable. So let's have a look.
See what happened with Caleb Williams, the quarterback for USC? No. The guy breaks down and begins sobbing and immediately runs over to the stands and jumps up and embraces his mother. And his mother puts this notebook over his helmet so that the crowd can't see him crying. And his father comes over and consoles him. And I thought, oh my God, this kid doesn't even realize he has moved masculinity so far forward. And the ability to give into that sort of emotion and do it publicly, men never learn how to express they are struggling. And because they're taught from a very early age that real men don't express that sort of upset. I mean,
I sort of get it that men can express emotion. It's a big call to say that this guy has moved masculinity forward. Not quite sure what that means.
And such a good signal to young men that it's okay to be emotional. It's okay to be disappointed. I also think that's such a gift. You want two things. You want your kids to be happy and successful, but you also want to comfort them. Like any chance you would get as a parent to comfort your child, that is key to getting out of a really, really dark place. It's such a moving moment.
So once again here, you see this this kid from USC. He's having an emotional moment with his mom. Mom puts the puts the notes up in front of his face and everything. And I think what's interesting is that when we see open displays of emotion, that doesn't necessarily mean that is vulnerability per se. One of the more pervasive messages that an emotional language has sort of taught us, or wants to teach us anyways, is that it's okay to wear your emotions on your sleeve. The problem I have with this is that this is directly related to what's called social constructionism, that everything that we all of our personalities, all of the things that we sort of default to as human beings are culturally created. And that's you'll even hear him say this, and I've heard other people say this as well, is that that young men are taught this. They're taught to be this way. They're taught to be that way. They're taught to repress their emotions. It's like, no, they're not.
That's actually a fair point. I haven't heard that argument before. Now, it's true. They might be encouraged to do that, but it might be in line with a natural inclination. I could see that being a thing.
If anything, they're taught even more so today than ever before to be in touch with their feminine side, be in touch with express their emotions. And I think what's funny is it's only approved emotions. It's only the emotions that a female directed, a society by females for females approves of. So quite honestly, the default emotion for most men is anger, because that's just the way we are wired. We get angry at things. For women, it's to cry. And as I said on the Dr. Phil show back in,
I think it's fair. There are a number of male emotions that if you suppress them, they come out as anger. I wouldn't say anger is the default emotion, but it might be the most commonly expressed emotion. I could see that being a thing.
November of 2022, the idea that that men are in any way being taught to be to be more repressive of their emotions, or to be invulnerable, I guess maybe that's a better word for it. I mean, the dictionary definition of vulnerability is weakness, and to say that weakness is strength is really a misnomer today. And again, it comes back to
I've made the same argument that it's technically your vulnerability is a weakness. So if you had like in medieval times, you had a city that was under siege, and they've got a wall to protect them, and they've got guards up on the top and things like this, and the enemy finds a vulnerability in the wall, that is a weakness by definition. So it takes a little bit of linguistic gymnastics to turn that into a strength. Now, that's a metaphor speaking about cities and walls. I think in modern times, they say this idea of being vulnerable is a strength really means that men can be vulnerable in certain contexts, which will draw support from other men, from families, things like that. So the vulnerability can draw upon strength, but I think it's a bit simplistic to say vulnerability is a strength.
the emotional language versus empirical language. So one of the things I really get a bit frustrated with is what I call it's the Titanic dynamic. Okay. At the end of Titanic, we're supposed to, everybody's supposed to cry because, Jack goes to his watery grave and then at the end of the movie, she drops the heart of the ocean down to Jack. She's basically this alpha widow for 100 years. Right. And she just can't get over the fact that this guy, went to the bottom of her true love, the one that got away actually has slipped away down to the bottom of the ocean. Right. And that we're supposed to have some sort of real sort of emotional moment at that. And when guys don't cry at stuff like that, the presumption is that men are like emotionally stunted and they can't, they're not in touch with their emotions. So they don't feel the realness of the story. And if they're not shedding a tear, if they're not getting choked up, then there must be something wrong with them. And the fact of the matter is, there's absolutely nothing wrong with them, because men do not process emotion in the same way that women do. But we live in a society that says men have to express their emotions. Men have to get in touch with their feminine side. Men have to be masculine. To be conventionally masculine is to be more like a woman. is to emote like a woman, is to experience life like a woman. And I don't think enough people really can draw attention to this or drawing attention to it at all these days, simply because it's not popular to say these things, right? To say that emotion is not necessarily a good thing. Sometimes it's better to think with your fucking head than it is to actually, think, oh, I'm going to think with my heart. It'll, follow your heart, girl. It'll never steer you wrong. And like, no, it will steer you wrong. You're making emotional decisions. You're making impulse decisions that could probably impact the rest of your life. Are we going to tell men that that's what they should do? Well, the thing is that men have a burden of performance. And if they follow their emotions and their emotions lead them astray, guess what? They're on the hook for that. They're responsible for that. Men simply don't process emotions in the same way that women do. They don't, and especially negative emotions. Men's negative emotional default is anger. That's an emotion. If I express anger and frustration to the point where I'm like almost ready to throw down, I'm expressing my emotions. I'm just not expressing the emotions that are approved by.
No, like I said, I think anger isn't the default emotion for men. It's just the one that men often resort to. I think there are other emotions behind it. It could be fear, could be uncertainty, could be disappointment. And now you could say, well, they should process those emotions, perhaps. But I think often it's expressed as anger, but I don't think anger is the default.
A gynocentric social order. So the fact that, like, say the quarterback from USC there is crying, he's with his mom. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with crying when your dog dies. There's nothing wrong with crying when your dad dies or having those emotions. Like, there are stages at a man's life where emotionality, you're overcome with emotion, right? Maybe you won the Super Bowl. I don't know. But the thing is the idea is that a certain class of emotions are better or more publicly acceptable than others. So when I see stuff like this, it really just says to me that this is a man, Scott Galloway, who is promoting the idea that other men should define masculinity through feminine terms. I've said this on a couple of occasions as well, like even on Dr. Phil, when I was saying that.
That's the thing that Galloway said, that, this guy crying in the arms of his mother at the Super Bowl had advanced masculinity. I think that's a weird thing to say. I mean, sure, it's okay for men to express emotions. It's okay for men to cry sometimes in certain contexts, etc., etc. But to say publicly crying at the Super Bowl is advancing masculinity is kind of saying that it's what Rollo's kind of saying is it's moving towards a feminine type of expression, and that we're advancing masculinity by making men express themselves in more feminine ways. I kind of get what he's saying.
What was it that we don't celebrate masculinity publicly or in a public sphere unless that masculinity looks like femininity. So when we look at, say, The Rock, and he's this gigantic bodybuilder with bald head, and he used to be a professional wrestler, right? I mean, we look at him and we see where we expect a masculine man. But when you put The Rock in a tutu and he's doing the Tooth Fairy movie and we laugh at that, well, we laugh at it because it's incongruent with what we think of as conventional masculinity. That's why it's humorous. So what we're essentially saying is we want men to dress up in tutus. We're only going to celebrate it when men start to look more and more like women, rather than actually celebrating a man for being a freaking man, for a guy who is actually doing something that is conventionally masculine. In fact, I've said this in my religion book, where the most churches today don't offer anything to men because they're actively, openly hostile to anything that is conventionally masculine. Now, people lost their minds when I first published that book back in 2021. But now I think people are starting to come around and understand what I was saying because they can see it in a societal sense rather than a religious sense today. So I've got one more. I got a couple more. Actually, I got a couple more here. Let's start with this one right here.
Kind of school shootings done by girls. Girls have every bit the access to guns that boys do. Girls have every bit the mental health challenges. Why is the mainstream media in the United States in particular, so reluctant to say out loud that this is fundamentally about masculinity and boys and men's understanding of themselves as gendered beings, as men, as young men. It's rare to see anything close to an honest discussion about the fact that boys and men are doing it and then asking questions about why. But a lot of men are filled with anxiety about talking about this, about introspection, about thinking about their own attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors, the ways that many of us who in a million years wouldn't, commit some kind of mass shooting, but nonetheless, we participate in a culture that helps to glorify and valorize violent masculinity. The narratives about American manhood, especially in this case, white American manhood, but not exclusively, are deeply woven into the fabric of sort of American identity.
Okay, so once again to reiterate and maybe belabor this point again, when I've had this conversation, actually on several occasions, but the one that I'm recalling right now was when I think it was a Florida school shooting. It was Nicholas Cruz, and I want to say it was back in 2018. And myself and my co-host Pat Campbell at the time, we dug into this a little bit, and this same narrative was being applied then as it is right now. So anytime there's an act of violence, anytime there is an act of criminality, anytime a young man commits suicide, anytime a young man is involved in drugs, anytime the guy goes, a kid, right? A teenage boy, maybe it doesn't have to necessarily be teenage, it could be like 18, 19 too. Anytime there is problems with that boy, what's the first thing we say? We say, where's the father? Why do we do that? If we live in an egalitarian, equalist society, then that should never jump to anyone's mind as the default setting. We say, well, where's the men? Where's the people? Where's the guys who are teaching these guys? The problem with that concept is that they are being taught. They're being, in fact, the idea that we're teaching gun violence or we're teaching violent behavior, or boys need to have in some way to have some sort of instruction on how to be angry, how to be frustrated, how to lash out violently. To be a man is to embrace those things. Men are more violent than women. Simple as that.
Yeah, one of the things that they tend to do is they'll say that masculinity itself is the problem, not misdirected anger or frustration or whatever it is. They'll actually say, here's another example of what they would call toxic masculinity. It's just they pathologize masculinity itself rather than looking at the factors around it, such as integrating those aspects of being masculine, which would be competitiveness, aggression, and things like this. Physical expression, for example.
What are we going to do about it? It's not about teaching them to be that. If anything, for the last, really since the 1970s, we've taught or tried to teach men to be more in touch with their emotions, as I was saying, as Scott Galloway would like us all to believe, right? To get in touch with our feminine side, to be more, a kinder and gentler masculinity. Well, the problem is it's not about the teaching. The boys that this guy, I don't know who this man is, I'm sorry to say, but the problem that I have with this messaging is that we haven't taught those things. There's, with tough drill sergeants or tough coaches to kick, boys don't cry, kick them in the ass, that kind of stuff, or have that kind of conventional masculinity. None of that is really hasn't been in vogue really since the mid 80s. But even if it were, the problem is that men are simply naturally evolutionarily predisposed to violence. They're predisposed to anger. They're predisposed to getting shit done instead of crying about it, instead of complaining about it. Men aren't allowed to complain. So what happens when you teach that child or that boy, in this case, I was going to say Nicholas Cruz, but when you teach that boy to express his emotions, and his first default setting for expressing emotions is anger, violence, is frustration, is lashing out. When you say, express yourself, Nicholas, and he expresses himself with, an assault rifle, he's just following what everybody has told him since the time he was probably 5 years old and has absorbed it as a boy. What we're not teaching them is to be resilient.
Okay, he was kind of losing me there for a minute, but I kind of get it. When boys are told, express yourself, express your emotions, what they're expecting him to do is to express feminine kind of emotions. So when they're saying express your emotions, what they're meaning is, express the kind of emotions that women will sort of express in the way they do. Take a boy, a young man, who has a different way of processing emotions and saying, express your emotions, and those emotions might be anger or aggression, he'd be better being taught to control his emotions, to have command over them. That would probably make more sense.
We're not teaching them conventionally masculine things like how to come back from defeat, how to overcome failure, how to deal with frustration. No, instead we're taught, be vulnerable, cry it out, express your feelings, go to therapy. Therapy is going to help you with everything. But the problem is it's female therapy. The idea that men and women are interchangeable and are blank slates and are the result of a social gender is just a social construct, right? So if your personality and who you are and what's expected of you, your burden of performance is rooted in female experience, this is what you get. So it's not about a masculinity that is lacking. It's not even about an abusive, hazing, bully style, tough drill sergeant, tough coach type of masculinity. It's the fact that men today are young men anyways, are self-loathing about their masculinity, of what they, or if they understand it at all, because they're taught that it's bad.
That's true. They're taught their normal way of expressing themselves, rambunctiousness, physical interactions, competitiveness, aggression, just taught it's all bad, which would leave you with the feeling that, you're bad. And that's at a very fundamental level. It's almost at an unspoken level.
Taught that it's dangerous. In fact, this guy right here is just simply saying, to be masculine is to be dangerous. You're a danger to society. So what do? We geld a generation after generation, and we basically say, look, testosterone is the most dangerous compound on planet Earth. And when we do stuff like that, we end up becoming a much more feminized society. So when people say, "Oh yeah, we're such a female," there's not enough real men these days. You'll hear women crying about it today. Where are the real men? Well, you changed them. The real men have been gelded. The real men have been turned into vulnerable, whiny simps. So when we look at this thing, you're only complaining about a society of boys that are
Well, that's an opinion, are we not, men? You're entitled to it. I'm sort of on the fence, the same as Katie.
confused and conflicted. On one hand, they're told to man up, but on another hand, they're told to man down. Let's move on to where did it go? How about this one?
The decision you'll make is who you decide to partner with, specifically have kids, because you're in that person's life for 20 years. And I have a lot of friends who are successful in most exterior metrics, but don't have a real partner in their spouse. And they have what I would call a life full of stress and disappointment on a regular basis. Whereas I have friends who on an external basis may not look as successful, but they have a real partner and everything just burns brighter for them.
All right, let's move this one too.
These people are the ones that act on their emotions, their positive emotions, and actually express these things, as opposed to just assuming the people around us are telepathic. Forgiveness is key to happiness. In any relationship, if you want it to be long-term, you have to bring forgiveness to the table. The one piece of advice that seniors would give to their younger selves across almost every survey on happiness is not that they wish they'd made more money, not that they wish they'd had different partners. They wish they'd been less hard on themselves. And that is, they wish they'd been more forgiving of their own shortcomings. So forgiveness is not only a key component to successful relationships, it's key that you're forgiving of yourself.
I was muted. It depends what he means by forgiving yourself for your shortcomings. So when it comes to a young man or an old man, today we're told his shortcomings are actually the things that would kind of make him a man. Aggression, stoicism, emotional control, aggression, controlled aggression, competitiveness. You grow up your whole life being hard on yourself about that. That might just be who you are.
There's two components to all this, actually. And the first component is there's no such thing as happiness. So let's just throw that. I know, I hate to piss in your Cheerios. I really do. There's no such thing as happiness. There's no such thing as contentment. In fact, the human condition is defined by discontent, not by contentment. So whenever I hear somebody say, oh, there's this poll on happiness. Oh, there's this, what is it? Women are less happy than men. And I hear this quite a bit, even from manosphere, influencers, right? Well, these women have been taught that feminism, gave them all these superpowers and everything. And look, they're the most unhappy that there is. And then, of course, there's the counter argument to that, which is single and childless women are the happiest individuals on earth. It just depends on the message that's being sold at that particular time. So putting all the conflicting messages to one side, then you've also got to consider the fact that happiness is something we sell women. We sell them on the belief that happiness is something that is maintainable for the rest of their lives. And this is, you want to know how to sell a product to women, tell them it's going to make them permanently happy. Tell them they are going to feel permanent contentment. Give them a product, give them a drug, give them a food, give them an experience, give them Taylor Swift, give them whoever, right? But the idea always comes back to the same thing. So whenever I see somebody say, well, the metric for happiness is X. Oh, okay, well, the problem with that is that happiness is something that is insubstantial. Happiness is actually an emotion. And so when we're talking about happiness and expressing happiness and all this other crap, we're still, again, approaching this from a female-centric, female-specific way of understanding particular emotions.
Don't know about that. I reckon men can be happy. Not quite sure where he's going with that.
And which emotions are acceptable and which are not. If you ever wanted to know why, if you've ever seen the chart that I've shown on several occasions, why the prescriptions for antidepressants and SSRIs have shot through the roof for women, it's because of this one simple belief that you can, in some way, experience a permanent state of happiness. You'll never be unhappy if you take this drug, if you do these things, if you practice meditation, if you do Pilates, if you go to Lululemon, if you eat this, if you drink this, you'll be permanently happy. And the problem with that is that happiness is an emotion, and that emotion, those emotions, are meant to move us from one state to another. Happiness is a proximate outcome, not an ultimate outcome, not a place that you get to. We can't be happy.
I've heard some people say that happiness is actually a byproduct. It's a byproduct of other things.
Happy. We can only do the things that make us happy, the things that we feel happiness while we're doing those particular things. So when you're not doing those things, you feel unhappiness, or you feel like you're not getting anywhere, or you feel like you're stuck in neutral, right? The same can be said for sadness. The same thing can be said for anxiety. The same thing can be said for depression. Those are emotions, base emotions, that are meant to move you from one untenable state to a better, more tenable state. And usually it has to do with either survival or reproduction. Those are basically the two things that everything sort of distills down to when it comes to emotion. Are there more complex emotions? Sure, there are. Absolutely, there are. But they're based on the base emotions. So when we talk about happiness and somebody says, well, you're going to live a happier life if you do these things. Anyone who tells you that is selling you something. You're going to live a happier life if you communicate, if you are vulnerable, if you are emotionally available, if you have emotional intelligence. Anyone who tells you that they have a path to permanent, sustainable, nirvanic happiness is selling you an ideology or a product. So keep that in mind whenever you see somebody trying to, that's the first thing that I think of. Now, the other part of this is that there's nothing that has been more female-centric than the idea of a sustainable happiness, because that's what women want. They want something that is like an eternal security. They want to know, they still want the thrill. They still want that roller coaster ride, but they want to know that there are adults behind the scenes that are making sure that everything that they get into is still going to be safe no matter what. So they want to feel the thrill of the car careening off of the freeway, and at the last minute a parachute deploys and she ends up safe and sound because someone behind the scenes was watching.
Only a couple more minutes, are we not, men? Then I'm going to take a little break and we'll show something else.
After her to take care of her. So it's sort of this idea of this amusement park that we have to build for women so that they can still feel excitement, but they also have 100% security. So when we're talking about contentment for women, it's got to be something that still is exciting, but it also has to be something that is 100% secure. And that's where a lot of this comes from. And that's where this female centric thinking comes from. So when you talk to this guy who's talking about masculinity and gun violence, or you see this guy, that's an insecurity, right? If you look at Scott, 90% of what I see coming out of Scott Galloway right now is female language. It's emotionalist language. There's not a scrap of testosterone in this guy, at least as far as I've been able to tell at this moment. So when we're talking about vulnerability, when we're talking about happiness, when we're talking about all these things, remember these are their emotional language. So when we're talking about being vulnerable, it's like, oh, it's okay to have a good cry, guy. It's okay to express your emotions if they're the approved ones. You're not supposed to express anger. You're not supposed to express frustration or depression or anything like that, especially not as a guy. And there's a reason for those, is because we don't think of those. We think that I think on some level of consciousness, we understand that men don't process emotions the same way that women do. We don't cry at the end of Titanic. Not because we're stunted, but because we simply don't have the same hardware in our brains. Our synapses are not wired the same way that women's are. Men and women are different, and we experience the world differently, and we have different emotions through which we process that world. To say one is better than the other, or one is wrong and one is right, is where we're at right now. So I think when we look at these videos and we start talking, when we think, oh, bravo, I love what he's saying, blah, blah, blah. The reason, check yourself and say, why do I think that this guy's right? Why does this feel good to me? Why does this taste good to me? Well, because it's selling you on the idea of a permanent happiness. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this little quick hit video today. I'm going to be doing more of these in the future. If you haven't bought the book, please check out The Rational Male on Amazon.com. And you can find all 5 in the series. I actually have more than one. I'm also the co-host for Access Vegas. We do it live from Las Vegas here every Thursday at 8 p.m.
Okay, I think we get the point. Anyway, like I said, there's some stuff that Rollo, back in the day when I used to watch him quite a lot, he did present some stuff that got me thinking, got me seeing the world in a different way. But there's something vapid about it in its end conclusion. It all does come across a bit transactional between men and women. I mean, very much so. Oh, we're not men. Garbage. Fair enough, mate. I get it. I'm going to play another clip from Janice Fiamengo. If you don't know who she is, you'll find out. It's only a short clip, but I need to take a quick break. So don't go anywhere. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. I'll see if I can play one of these little things they give you while I'm gone. Well, I think it's just a picture, I'll tell you the truth. Be back in a couple of minutes. There we go, we're back. Thanks for hanging around, guys. Just had to top up me cuppa, get some fresh water. So Janice Fiamengo, she's a Canadian ex-professor of literature, and she got really involved in the men's rights movement. She was a feminist in university and then become very vocal about anti-feminism, and she has a series called the Fiamengo Files, where she hang on, I'm reading the chat, you assholes. And she has some pretty good takes. This is only a short one. It's only 12 minutes or so. So, but we'll check her out.
I'm Janice Fiamengo. I'm a professor of English at the University of Ottawa, and I'm an anti-feminist. Many people don't like that term anti-feminist because it is adversarial, and because feminists have been hugely successful in equating feminism with support for women's equality. So to say you're anti-feminist seems to suggest that you are opposed to women's equality. But if feminism ever was about equality, and that's an interesting subject for another video, it emphatically no longer is. In the 21st century, feminism is about special privileges and advantages for women and special exemptions from responsibility. So I am happy to claim the badge of anti-feminism because I object to an ideology and a practice that sets one standard for women, supposedly because they are victims, and one harshly punitive standard for men, supposedly because they are privileged. All fair-minded people should object to unjust double standards. The dishonesty and hypocrisy of the feminist movement deserve to be exposed and denounced every day. Three things concern me most about modern-day feminism on university campuses, and they are going to be the general focus of my presentations. My first concern is the irrationality that has overtaken academic feminism. It promotes the idea that women's feelings are more important than objective reality or the search for truth. Claiming victimhood now trumps fact, argument, and debate. According to the feminist worldview, women must never be made to feel unsafe, not just physically, but emotionally and psychologically. They must never be triggered, as the saying goes, reminded of trauma, or made to think about things that challenge their view of themselves as permanently innocent victims. In the feminist world, women are always to be believed, always deferred to, always spoken of in hushed tones of deep sympathy. Although the idea of protecting women sounds benign, if a bit silly, it has become a potent weapon to intimidate anyone who fails to toe the party line on a wide range of subjects, including abortion.
Actually, I would disagree. I would disagree that she's not a covert feminist. I think she's really genuine, actually.
Gender difference, boys' education, the criminal justice system, family law, and so on. When I tried to give a talk at the University of Ottawa in March of last year on the presumed rape culture of university campuses, not to deny that rape exists or to say that we shouldn't care about rape victims, but to argue that it is a paranoid fantasy to pretend that our culture condones rape, a group of students took it upon themselves to prevent me from speaking by blowing horns and banging drums and singing the Communist Internationale. Why? Well, because these students believed they had the right to silence me, because what I had to say, though I never got to say it, created an unsafe space for women by denying a bedrock belief of feminism. If that kind of craziness in the name of protecting women sounds like a weird, isolated phenomenon. Unfortunately, it isn't. It exists on campuses all across North America, and it is fast making it nearly impossible for anyone to challenge any facet of feminist dogma, and that's a big problem for academic debate. My second concern, which is related to the absurd worry about the feelings of women, is the near total disregard for the concerns and experiences of male students. Men at university are told in no uncertain terms that they are uniquely guilty, prone to violence, and responsible for war, inequality, rape, domestic violence, pedophilia, sexual harassment, heteropatriarchal capitalistic domination, and all that is wrong in society. A young man entering university today soon learns that he's a second-class citizen in terms of rights, financial aid, free.
K2, what's going on? Hello, K2.
Hello, Kieran. I heard I
hey.
pissed you off last night.
No, not really. A little bit.
You did. Yeah, I got underneath your skin. Now I
Little
know
bit.
I'm
You...
up in the bush.
No, I'm right. I'm right, mate. Yeah, it's all.
So you're gooning to this lady?
On what?
You're gooning to this lady now instead of Caitlin Bennett?
Mate, I've got nothing wrong with I don't goon to Caitlin Bennett. Get the fuck out of here. I just think she does. I just think she does good work. Same as Savannah Craven does as well.
Yeah, just like Sydney Sweeney does really good work.
Oh, never heard of her.
You never heard of Sydney Sweeney?
No, of course I have, idiot. Oh, hang on a minute.
Yeah,
We've got
that's
Elder Line as well. Okay. Thanks, guys, for helping me to test out my new layout. Look at this. Look at this.
Oh my God, it looks so gay.
Yeah, it's pretty gay. But anyways, I had to come up here. I'm about to go to sleep.
Yeah.
You're gay. There, I did it. I did the thing.
Gay. You're gay.
I did the thing. You're gay.
Yeah,
Where's-
you did the
Where's Vintage? Where's Vintage to kick you?
I don't know. He's what day is it? Hang on. It's Monday, isn't it?
It's Monday.
Yeah,
Morning.
it could be. Yeah, no, it's Monday night. It's 8 o'clock at night over here. So,
No, it's America. America comes first before Australia.
Elder Line already pissed off. He already pissed off, the dickhead.
Well,
just
you
comes
pissed
in.
him off.
He just does these drive-bys.
You're gay.
K2, shut up. I'm trying to do a thing here.
Kick Kieran. Kick Kieran.
Oh, Charles is saying Vintage was on a bit earlier.
That's
So
right.
he must have been doing his thing.
Give Charles the keys so that he can kick you and then we can all laugh.
Well, I can only give, because I downgraded my StreamYard because I was paying too much to have, like I went from, I could have 10 people on and I could have 4 people with the keys. And then I thought, I don't need all that. So I downgraded. Now only one person can have the keys to the back apart from me. And so I gave them to Vintage because he tends to do a pretty good job. He tends to- yeah.
I'm sorry,
then-
Charles. I would have picked you. I would have picked you, Charles.
Well, Charles told me to take him away at one point. So anyway, that's all water under the bridge. It is what it is.
And Arwin That Man tells you to unmod him all the time. Yeah, you should make me super mod. And then I can
Oh,
block
that's
and time out people.
That is the last thing on earth that's going to happen. And Charles says his feelings are hurt.
Oh,
I didn't know Charles had.
It should be.
actually.
that's
He
fucking should be.
he's good at sort of presenting feelings, but I never quite bought it, to tell you the truth.
Sounds like
Yeah.
massive coke, Kieran.
Coke from me? What the fuck?
Yes. You're coping for Charles.
Well, it seems we're all a bit bored with Janice Fiamengo. I was trying to introduce you guys to somebody new. You fucking
No, we want to watch you cook the spaghetti to Caitlin Bennett.
Charles,
I want to watch you play. I want to watch you play that tank game that you were playing earlier.
What game?
I don't know. It looked like you had tanks and jet planes and all that going on. I thought you were playing a game.
No, I'm not playing a game. I'm just playing around with new backgrounds. I had a friend. Have you heard of Trailer Thrash Music? He's a YouTuber. He's a friend of OV.
Well, I'm taking what that one guy did. Just whenever you stream, I'm using you and then playing music over you.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, no, this guy, Trailer Thrash Music, he gave me some really good tips on how to customize the layout of StreamYard. That's why you're in a circle and I'm in a rectangle, and I'm sitting inside a
That's
tank
messed
right
up, bro. That's gay.
And I just thought, what am I going to make? I was just sitting here with Katie. We were playing around with backgrounds and AI, and just came up with this for today. So, just to try something out. I kind of like it. It makes it a different experience, I reckon.
It's a little gay experience.
Bro.
I feel like I got to change my avatar now. Hold on.
Of course you do.
There we go. That fits.
I'm going to rearrange some windows here because I realized that it's going to work better. I also rearranged my screen. I had the two screens I have on the side were, hang on. Yeah, they were vertical, and that really sucks. I found out that really sucks. Better to have horizontal. So I've got all my screens horizontal now, all kind of on the same plane. And
Except for I'm still a circle.
It works much better. Hey?
Except for I'm still a circle.
Yeah, you're still a circle because that's how I laid it out. Oh, shit. Now I've lost something. Hang on. I'm fucking losing things here now.
I'm on my way to work. I switched my schedule. I'm now on call after the yearly bids.
Oh, fair income. Just trying to get this.
What'd you say?
Hang on, I'm just doing a bit of. Oh my god. God, that's better. That's a much better way to do it. And then set up.
I can't see anything. All I see is you.
Yeah, well, you could do worse.
I know. I can watch you coom it in the spaghetti to Caitlin Bennett.
Don't want that one there. Hang on. I'm concentrating.
You should make that your background, a plate of spaghetti. Just
yeah, I guess I could. Just setting up which one I'm looking
You said it on Emmett's. The best thing for you to do is just to own it. Then you take away the fun from you.
I did not say it.
Deny it. Yes, you did.
I did not say it. You're lying to me.
You can go get Emmett. You go on Emmett's. And I guarantee you, he knows the exact line you used.
Anyway, that's ancient history.
It's not.
So if I look over here, I can see my Discord and I can see the YouTube output of the stream. And if I look over this side, I can see what we're going to play next. I think that's better.
A plate of spaghetti.
Or is it? I'm trying to figure out which way is the best way to look. I know it's a little bit pedantic, but excuse me, should have muted. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do this.
Or a can of, well, wait, you can't do that for advertisement. It would get you.
All right.
Oh, wait, you should get an AI image to make a Bud Light can, but say gay light.
Bro. So if I'm just bear with me, if I'm checking this side,
that could be your background right there. Boom.
This and that.
Gay light. You have gay wiser and a gay light.
So while that's running, I'm checking over here. That kind of makes sense. Otherwise, while that's running, I'm checking over here. It feels kind of backwards, but we'll see how we go. All right. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm going back the other way. I bet people just love watching me rearrange my screen and shit while you're all just hanging out there. Well, it's a learning experience. I'm starting to get the hang of how to operate this stuff. It's kind of working pretty good now. I'm sort of getting there. I'm getting there. Now I've lost track of what I was fucking doing. Hang on. Oh, there we go. That's better. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. I'm going to play something else. So we may as well look at some more weird stuff. This guy's called The Edge of the Matrix. We're going to move away from Red Pill and we're going to move into...
Oh, Kieran, I just had AI made that. Hold on, I'll send it to you on Discord.
Did you know Sneako's in Australia right now? Had no idea, mate. I don't follow Sneako. I kind of have an idea who he is, but was never really...
There you go. That could be the background instead of this black shit. What? Look your Discord.
The problem is that from here, it's hard to... Oh, shit. It's hard to figure out how to download this shit. Oh, yeah, open it in a browser. Okay. And then I should be able to download it. Yeah, there we go.
You're figuring it out, Boomer.
There we go. Hang on. Look, if you want to have a bit of fun, I'm okay with that. I said we'll have an open panel. So let's forget about all the other stuff.
We are having fun. I figured I made Karen a background.
All right.
Oh,
So
you know what I should
that.
else have it do? Have it put
What?
it next to a plate of spaghetti.
No, fuck the spaghetti. Okay, hang on.
We'll do that later.
Oh, I've got to remove some images because I've got too many. Oh, hang on.
Oh, that's
Something.
welding. That's you welding. Something gay.
No, you want to see something gay?
That butt gay light.
There you go. That's based off the song.
I imagine that's what all Australians do.
That was off the theme from the Speakeasy song that he wrote about me. I started with that one, but I think that one's more in line with it. But anyway, I'm gonna add your image.
I'm glad you're starting to figure out
right.
technology, Kieran. I'm proud of you.
There you go.
Oh, look at that. Boom, 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 boom.
Fucking AI is absolutely incredible. It really is.
With imagery, I wouldn't want it to do everything else, like humanoid robots taking everybody's jobs, automated semis, taxi cabs that drive the wrong way. Oh, it's a very scary world we live in. I'm getting my guns ready so I can, when they take away all our jobs, I can go to the, in Minecraft, I can go to the billionaires and take their stuff.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
In Minecraft. This is in Minecraft.
All right. I'm going to watch some more of the stuff I normally watch.
All right,
yeah.
Caitlin Bennett. I'll be at the work a little bit. Then you can.
Hey?
So I'm probably just going to shift. I just picked the earliest job I can get.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough. Charles is saying 4.2% beer. Yeah, it's got that 4.2 on there. Oh, nice work. All right. I'm going to play something. A bit more of the usual stuff, but somebody else this time.
Oh, somebody else is here? Oh.
No, I mean a different video. Not Caitlin and not Savannah.
How about we
It's a
watch
dude.
Emmett owning somebody? How about we watch Emmett owning somebody? Promote Emmett.
Watch Emmett doing what?
I said watch Emmett own somebody. Oh, I got one of his horses. Or I won
yeah,
the
yeah,
raffle.
yeah.
I won the
Yeah.
raffle and I got it. It's pretty cool. Hold on, I'll send you it.
No, I've seen it. The white horse with the tomato on the shield.
Yeah.
Pretty
Pretty detailed. If you want to make, yeah, I sent it to you. A little bit closer up image. It's pretty cool. Like the grass looks real.
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty cool shit. If you're gonna buy it, yeah, fucking Emmett's the guy, dude.
That actually is pretty cool.
You don't have to show it. I'm just showing you.
Yeah, yeah. No, I see it. No, it's good. It's good. Hang on. I'm just wondering why my windows are all over the joint. There we go. Oh yeah, there's Charles sharing Emmett's channel. Yeah. I mean, don't go there right now, right? But you know,
I don't
make a
even
note.
think he's live right now.
Yeah, cool. That's cool. All right, going to watch a bit of this.
I don't hear anything. I don't see
Well, I haven't
anything.
done it. Haven't done it yet. Hang on.
Why is
Oh.
Kieran gay?
Cat, I didn't know you had a stream. Holy crap. Oh, there's Cat's channel. Okay. Why didn't I know that Cat had a stream?
I didn't know Kat was live either. Why isn't she making fun of your on her panel?
Oh, yeah. 22 minutes ago she was on. Oh, you were gaming. Oh, that's...
Oh man, I think I froze.
Whoa, something happened there. I dropped out.
Oh, I thought it was just me. I was hearing nothing.
Oh, I keep dropping out. That's weird. What's going on?
I hope Vintage is dropping you.
He's not here. Anyway, we're going to play a bit of this.
Oh man. Paige is
Skynet hates
kicking
me.
you behind her panel.
I haven't got Skynet.
I did hear that
I've
in the
got
code.
I got fiber optic to the
I did hear that. Yeah, that's what Skynet runs on, fiber optic cables, data centers. Gonna take
does
over
it?
the world. Yeah, it's gonna. So there's less people and more just them giving themselves their wealth.
Okay.
Hopefully, it all comes crashing.
You're roboting. The Skynet's got you. Yeah, can't hear you at all now.
All this damn internet.
Yeah, I know. It's going a little bit wonky. Oh, we're not men's onto it. I kind of like the angle thing. I think it gives it an interesting angle. Instead of being direct on. Yeah, this is got a little bit going on, dropping off. There's a bit going on. Right, you're back.
I escaped with my life.
And you come back stronger.
I come back stronger. I lied. I teamed up, and that's to get rid of you. It's mortal enemy.
Look at Faria doing the grift. Actually, yeah, we can see how that's all looking, actually. Have a quick look. We got, yeah, 6 likes, 9 watching now. So we could do a little bit better, I reckon. Just a little bit better.
I unliked
I know you.
twice.
I know you unliked. I know that. All right. All right. I'm going to play something just so we can have a, some content, just here we go.
This is content. I brought you content.
Because I'm a woman. When you get an erection, it hurts you like you're being touched. It's horrible.
Well, Kieran, I got a question for you.
Yeah. Right, okay. We're a bit mad, we're a bit confused.
I've only dated women.
You've only dated women?
Yes, mate.
I got a question for you. What starts with an N, ends with an R that you don't want to call a black guy?
Ooh.
Your neighbor. I just told you the answer. Your neighbor.
Bro. Bro.
Okay, well, you're dating this gentleman here. Can you be a trans woman?
I am. I was a man.
Charles, this is another reaction. It's one of these guys who goes out wearing signs that says, there's no such thing as trans children.
This is why everybody thinks Kieran's gay.
Oh my God!
I would say that you did it as a protest. I just wondering what the intent is, what the reasons being here and everything.
Well, you're like an idiot.
Okay.
I bet you fucking popped the T-slut, you little shit.
What?
You do it, go on.
You're a doctor. You're a scientist.
I don't understand these people. It's like they're talking a weird language.
Everybody, mind your fucking business.
There's the way of looking at it where we're mad.
They sound like they're from the land of the brick.
The
bricky.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, why are you doing this? It's a bit mean, isn't it? What makes you think it's mean? Well, basically, it's kind of bullying, isn't it? Is it? Yeah, of course it is. All right. It's bullying.
It's bullying?
because There's 2 ways of looking at it. Okay, go on. There's the way of looking at it where we're mad. We're a bit mad, we're a bit confused. Yeah. And that's always the way they looked at it, wasn't it? Right? They made a decision, didn't they? Who made a decision and what decision? That decision. That's just the decision. What? That you were mad? No, that's what's going on. What's going on? A long time ago. What are you talking about? The psychiatrist.
Sorry.
It's just the decision.
Hold on.
I wish I could understand what they're saying.
That gay people were mad.
Yeah, I'm not sure this person actually understands what they're saying themselves, to tell you the truth. They sound, like they're not really thinking straight.
They sound like they need all their books.
That's one way of looking at it. There's another way where we've been treated like people, right? And we've been given hormones, we've been treated. Forget the brain scans, right? Because they're about you, not me, as much. It's very hard for me, this is. Because I'm a woman. And it's very hard for me to say that to you.
You sound like a man.
But I know what you're thinking.
You're lying.
No, I'm not, darling. It's not a
Lies
lie.
are hard.
It's not a lie. I'm being sincere. So it's not a lie, is it? If I'm sincere. I must be confused.
Reminds me. Have you been to Confluence lately?
It's not a lie, because I'm not genuinely. I'm not arguing with you. In fact,
Kieran, serious question, Kieran.
I wish you could see.
Yeah, mate.
Oh, Kieran's ignoring me. There's this freak called Kurt on Confluence now, and this is what he tries doing to you. Then he tries bullying you when he gets his trans stuff done, that you have to call him a woman.
Yeah.
And he believes he's Jewish. I might be mixing that up too, but
yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, I've interacted with.
Do not get in a Discord call with that guy. Fucking weirdo.
Okay.
me.
Well,
I wish you could see me because these little children that kill themselves, they kill themselves.
No, they won't.
Yeah, no, they don't. That's bullshit.
They kill them after.
Where are all these children that these people talk about? Because my daughter was in the cult for 3 years, so and she survived it. So sorry, she was in the transgender ideology situation for 3 years. They call it transgender ideology.
Yeah, no,
that's not something I've come up with. That's what everybody.
That's why Kurt's stuck in.
Okay, but I'm going to free back. So where are all these children? Because everyone talks about these children that are killing themselves.
I can tell
But
you.
where are they?
I
Who
can
are
tell
they?
you,
Can you name one?
Darling. Right.
Darling.
They need to get bullied.
That doesn't make you a woman.
Bring
either.
bullying back.
No, do you know why I do
Call her a
it?
darling.
Do you know why I do it? It's a thriller. Because I'm feeling really stressed out. This is dead difficult for me. But I'm doing it because it's important. Because all that's happened, I can see you wearing a cross. Right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so I'm a
But
Christian.
Steve isn't.
I'm a Christian as well, right? So
He's not a Christian. He's a devil in disguise.
You as a
Bro.
man.
Well, Jesus didn't make
You're
me.
born-
He needs an
Well,
exorcist.
if Jesus is God,
I get what you said.
yeah,
Yeah. So anyway, it's difficult.
but
right?
you're going against how God made you. So how can you be a Christian?
Oh, we're not doing this. I'm not doing.
let him tell us how it's difficult.
No. The issue is that all that's happened, right? All that's happened, I promise you, is that you're just not listening to genuine people. I promise you. Look at me. Right? No, honestly, I promise you.
Oh God,
Right?
my eyes.
I've got a woman's soul, I guarantee it. From the age of
I need
4, 5
bleach.
years old. This isn't about sex, it's not about anything. I promise you, when I went through puberty, okay, I immediately started at about 15, 16 in the middle. Genuinely, I got perimenopausal symptoms that ended when I told
No, you don't.
I've got a proper endocrinologist, got proper doctors, right? So I'm treating a condition. I've been married for 26 years. I love my wife. How could I come out? I love my wife. I didn't know this is what I was because I was trapped when I was young in a Catholic family.
Oh my God, you were not Catholic.
Yeah. So it's
Could have
just-
been.
You just
Could have been.
No.
How does your wife feel?
It's a fuck.
Could have been raised. Could have been raised in a
She's a
Catholic
trans
family.
widow.
She's not a trans widow, no.
I would call her a trans widow.
But would you blame? How could you blame? Because what you're doing at the moment is the way you lot are acting. Any like little girls or boys around, you're gonna be scared to come out, aren't you? We're not making a choice. It's like you know what you are, and it's so scary. It's so scary. So you go away. This is science, right? It's like being an abused child. When you get an erection, it hurts you like you're being touched. It's horrible.
What the fuck?
26 years.
What the
I've
fuck?
tried.
I'm a
I've
46-year-old woman and I've never talked about my erection. That's how I know
No, I
that
know.
I'm a woman
No,
and you're
no,
a man.
that's it. No, this is how you don't know. Like this is it. It's so awful.
I have an erection.
Please.
What the
This is
hell?
science. Every single part of your body, every single part, your womb, uterus, everything.
It's female.
is in your
My
brain.
boner hurts.
And
That's
if
what
you
he
were
just
born,
said.
you
In
had
your
everything
brain.
else, but you had a faulty womb.
That's what he just said, Kieran. My boner hurts.
Everything is in it.
Yeah, I know.
It controls
I'm
everything.
trying to keep my
Every
language a
cell in my
little bit
body, which includes
community
my
friendly.
brain, but isn't just my
I've been
brain.
But don't you
skirting the edges a
understand?
little bit. So
No, I don't understand why you're here.
I thought you didn't care. Sorry.
no, I do now. I do now. I'm trying to get it a little bit more focused.
I don't think that's not TOS right there.
There's like
No,
fundamental
well,
difference. You
what
just
they're
can't
saying is
accept
okay
it.
because it's their video, but what we say, that's all. That's all. I'm just saying, just a little
No, I'll
bit,
tell you how
just a
it
little
works.
bit.
I'll tell you exactly how it works.
Ugh. So many rules Kieran has now.
That's category mistake.
So many rules,
Biological
yeah.
female.
Like 2 months ago, you were trying to get me to say the N word on your panel.
Trans female.
I know.
tell you
I wouldn't advise.
Science.
So we're having a little conversation, darling.
But having said that, you have the right to be how you want to
Darling,
be.
darling.
Okay?
Yeah, so as I was saying, so this is the science, right?
Thanks, mate.
So you're biologically female. My biology is trans female because we cannot change my brain. My brain, when I was little, made me move a certain way. Horrible men.
Yeah, you could.
saw
I'm
me
not
and they
a
went,
fucking belt
"Look at that gay. They want to have sex
to the
with
side
men."
of the head.
It's disgusting. I was a little girl. So I hid my body. That's what we do. The whole life, of living.
You're a fucking freak.
Like a ghost. And my poor wife, and what you've got to understand is, if I'd known, I would never have married her, would I? I like girls and boys, right? I'm attracted to them both. But the kind of girl I was, I couldn't be with a boy in the girl's position. The kind of
You
girl
still
I
have a
was,
boner, sir.
I couldn't be with a boy.
But you
in
still
the
have a
girl's
boner.
position. It's all really weird. And I love my wife. So I haven't trapped her, have I? Because if I'd known, I would never have done that. If she'd known. And she loves me. She knows I'm a girl. She's known me 26 years. So her response is like, oh my God, this is obvious. This is what's always been going on. So it's terrible, isn't it? So what I'm saying...
All right, Kieran, I'm the work. I might jump on when I get started. If you're still on.
No worries, mate.
Children.
No
Like you
worries.
say
Good to
your
see you.
daughter, right? Okay. Now here's the thing, right? If your daughter isn't trans, it's not a cult. She's done it. She's changed her mind. Do you know if she is? Honestly. Listen. Honestly.
No one is trans. My daughter's absolutely fine. And children, you can't sterilize children. It's evil.
No, I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Or make them believe a lie. That's also evil.
But this idea that there's no transgender people, there obviously are.
No, there's men and there's women, and there's some men who think they're women and some women who think they're men.
You're just repeating what you think. But what about all the transgender people in history?
Reality.
What about all the transgender people around the world now?
Every single one of them was either a man or a woman. Every single one.
China, where are they? They're all in the West.
No, they're not.
And they're mainly teenage girls and middle-aged men. Those are the two cohorts.
No, they're not. Do you not know anything?
Do you not know? Well, I can't list many middle-aged women that are doing what you men are doing.
There's transgender. Do you know what? I was at a trans forum the other day and I met a trans man who's just come out. So to you, that would be a middle-aged woman. My wife's friend is a trans man who's my age. At the end of the day, right, you're just misinformed. And if you were to take the time to do what you've done now, genuinely, and you would get to know some of these young people, right? Let me tell you something. I failed my exams when I was 18. But I did be in my 30s, so I'm very clever. It's not a problem. Couldn't do it when I was 18. And it's crazy. I didn't know I was a girl. The clothes they're like prosthetics for your body. They're to help you concentrate, stop your mind floating away, stop you being in pain. And all I'm going to say is if your daughter isn't your daughter and you've trapped her.
I gave birth to her, she's definitely mine.
Yeah, but if you're wrong, that's like, this is the science based on treating transgender people, evidence-based medicine. It's like being abused by your own body, and it's horrible.
My daughter desisted of her own accord at 14.
She probably has. She probably
and then was in tears at 15 to me and said, "Thank you so much for not allowing me to sterilize myself."
But she wouldn't sterilize. Listen, honey, she wouldn't have got sterilized at 14.
I was being offered puberty blockers when she was 12 and a half by Gender GP. Have you heard of Helen Weberly?
Yes, listen, right. You were being offered. Did you take it?
No, because I didn't want to medicalise her, and then I peaked and realised that it's all a lie.
Right. And when was that?
She was 14.
When was it though?
2022.
2022. You were going to get, how old was she? You were going to get a 12 and a half year old on blockers.
I considered it for 5 minutes, because I hadn't.
4 years ago you were. See you later.
Because I was.
Excuse me, mate. Excuse me, mate. I've got questions for you.
Such male behaviour.
A man wearing his fetish out in public and trying to justify it.
You pee in the wild.
Again, we'll let him speak. And Taylor, you had some really good questions for him then. That was relevant. You know, a woman speaking to somebody that thinks he's a woman. I had questions lined up and he just flipped and turned. I'm gutted.
I believe trans women are women. However, I don't believe, just to kind of support your side, I don't think children should be medicated until they're 18 and they can make their own choices.
Right. So you believe a trans woman can be a woman. So what is a trans woman?
Anyone that identifies as a woman.
Right.
Circular. That's a circular definition.
You're a bigger.
Okay.
Stupid.
I'm a what?
You're a bigger. You're a transphobe.
Am I?
Yeah, you are.
Right.
You
That's a bit
don't know what
rude.
it's like to be born in the wrong body,
Right.
do you?
Can you be a trans woman?
I am. I was a man.
You was a man?
I was.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So you're
Right.
insulted.
Do you believe that?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
You
So
believe
when
that?
did you become a woman?
I don't have to tell you anything.
You don't. But you come over to me.
Yeah, look, you're offensive.
Can you be a trans woman?
Why is it affecting you?
How is it affecting your daily life?
I get
Yeah.
the argument, but I think it's
Can he be a woman? Can he be a woman?
Does it matter though?
She thinks he can. She thinks he can.
If you're standing here going, black people are inferior.
It's funny how they're so
call
triggered.
out, or,
And quite right.
It's incredible.
well, this is exactly the same thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, ma'am.
Gay people, don't you like
Yeah.
gay people either?
Huh?
Do you think gay people?
Come and have a chat with me, mate. Come and have a chat. Because you would, come and have a chat. You would really disagree with what I'm saying, I'm guessing.
He's awful.
Yeah.
Absolutely vile. Shouldn't be allowed to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I think anybody, you can identify however you want.
Like a racist.
Am I?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm racist.
A
saying
racist?
It's the same thing.
For men,
It's
for
the
me.
same thing.
Is it?
It's the same thing.
Okay, can I have a chat with this?
You're a
Right.
bigot. It's a discrimination.
Is it?
You should be allowed to keep your opinion to yourself.
Right, okay, I'm not allowed one.
Don't push it down other people's throat and tell lies.
I agree. Yeah, don't. Right.
Have you got a YouTube channel?
I have, yes. I'll give you a card. I'll give you. Yeah. Oops, that's not it. That's what somebody gave me. Oops, I'm not giving you money away. Are you two a couple?
Yes, we are.
You two are a couple?
I'll take £5.
Pardon? You'll take £5.
Okay.
Right. No, I'm here to have conversations with people. Right. So that's my belief. Okay. I believe in biological reality. Okay. Objective reality that doesn't care about our facts and feelings. All right. But I'll let you speak. It says there's no such thing as a transgender child on the back. Yeah. So I'll give you free rein to disagree with me. Tell me your thoughts. I'm here to have conversations.
It's all right. I mean, I was just going to go get lunch anyway.
All right. But are you two a couple?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So are you gay or heterosexual? I know that's a personal question. I'm sorry for that. I'm apologising, but
I don't know. I've only dated women.
you've only dated women. Okay. But you're dating this gentleman here.
Can we not?
Could I request that you don't put buzz on your chat?
You can request that.
I know you're allowed to.
I know.
I'm not going to refute that.
Yeah.
But I prefer not if that's possible.
I know that. I can't give you that promise. Okay. But what I will do is give you the opportunity to say.
Is he at some sort of festival or something? Like there seem to be a lot of people of a certain persuasion around here. It must be like there must be not a convention, but there must be a meeting or something going on.
Whatever you want and state your case.
I don't really want to be on camera.
Right. But you did actually come round and take a picture of me. All right. Didn't you? You know, and you knew, yeah. I mean, listen, mate, I've got no objections with anybody identifying as however they want, okay? What I object against, okay, is the medicalisation of children and men invading female spaces. Yeah? You can't just identify your way into a female space as a man. That includes toilets, it includes prisons, it includes sports, it includes hospital wards, rape crisis centres. Yeah? But if you want to live your life in whatever identity you want, that's fine. But do not cross sex-divided boundaries and do not impose this on children.
Is this woman with you then?
Yes. Yeah.
Is that your wife?
Nope. Just a friend.
Oh.
Yep.
Are you in like a group?
No, it's just me. This is just me. I go up and down the country and around the world informing the public of the harms of gender ideology.
Which places have you been to? Have you been to Scotland?
Not yet. I've been all over England and in Wales. I've not been to Scotland yet. It's on the list.
You know, I heard Scotland has different laws, right?
Regarding what? Gender ideology?
Yeah.
No, they tried to bring in self-ID, but they didn't get it through. They still have the Gender Recognition Act 2004. But the problem with that is that allows somebody's gender identity to change their legal sex. So there's a conflation between gender and sex. And that enables men to cross sex-divided boundaries where they don't belong.
All right. It looks like you know your stuff.
Yeah, well, I've been doing this a while. I mean, as I say, I've got nothing against this gentleman identifying as a woman.
Just going to go off camera for a second. Got to go and speak to Mrs. Markin about some food. I'll be back in about 2 minutes, but I'll keep this running. I can still hear it.
Okay, but don't compel me to say that a man is a woman when they're biologically not. There's nothing
to your eye.
I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I fight with men 5 times a week. I roll around on mats grappling and trying to choke people unconscious, and they try and choke me unconscious.
Jeez.
So
that's pretty rough, I must say.
yeah, and of course I do get attacked doing this. I've been attacked many times.
Yeah.
People like to hit me in the face. They like to throw things on me. They like to steal my stuff.
I heavily disagree with you, but I wouldn't agree with violence being put upon
Yeah.
you. That's
Well, yeah. I mean, you're free to dress and identify however you wish, right? But you do not belong in female spaces, okay? Because you're male. That's the truth of it, okay? That might be hard to accept for some people, but it's biological reality. If they should make a third space for you to go, to be, but I don't think you should be in female spaces. And I'm not trying. I'm not here to, people label me. They say you're denying their existence. I'm not denying your existence. You're here in front of me. I can have, a cordial conversation with you. And people say you hate people. They say you hate trans people. I don't think anyone's trans. People might identify as such. Okay, and that's fine. As I said, they can do that.
So what's with the Matrix stuff then?
That's just the name of the channel. And I know you're going to say to me, do you know that the Wachowski brothers are trans women now?
I was more
yeah.
thinking like, are you an Andrew Tate fan?
I don't really follow Andrew Tate at all. He's not part of things that I
So you just
associate
the
with.
Matrix because the Matrix
The name.
is a sick film.
It's a good film. No, but The Matrix is this.
I feel like one of the things I need to arrange somehow is have some intermission video or music, because when you're running a stream for 2, 3, 4 hours, I'm sure other people know this. And I do like to drink, some coffee and stuff and whatever along the way. And you've got to take care of business and do stuff. It's like, I don't know, sometimes switching off my camera and saying I'll let you guys watch feels a little bit wrong. I don't know whether to just do that or whether to actually have a little intermission or a little break. It does have that YouTube, that StreamYard thing that says be right back. But it'd be nice to have a little intermission sort of image with a bit of music just to say, we'll be right back. Something like that. But, one thing at a time. I'm pretty happy with how far the layout options have advanced since the other night talking to Trailer Thrash Music. He's a legend, absolute legend, very generous guy. I did say at the start of the stream, it is part of this stream is playing around with layouts and stuff. So, there you go. Because I just got me green screen today. Just got it set up back here, baby. It turns out the lighting that I've got is sufficient to get the green screen right. That was my biggest concern because it's got to be lit properly. But it turns out the lights I have for me mug also project enough on the background. Got to tweak the levels a little bit in StreamYard, but I'm pretty damn happy with the results. The possibilities are endless. Next, I'm going to be making up graphics so I can put borders around the windows, like where the content's being presented. Be able to put a border around that. I've got room for other people to pop up, like you saw K2 coming up in circles. And then underneath the content, I'll be able to have some text. It'll be a pre-prepared background. You can't just drop text in there in StreamYard. But I've got Trailer Thrash music gave me a great leg up, a great head start.
The Matrix is this illusion of reality, this narrative that those that control us want us to believe. And what part of it is they want us to believe men are women if they identify as such.
Yeah, Charles, didn't the Wachowski brothers weren't they transgender or something? There was something about that.
Who's they then?
Pardon?
Who's they?
The people that are controlling this agenda. Just look at who's funding them. You know, there's billionaire people that identify as trans funding it. You've got links to the United Nations. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation give £2.1 billion to LGBTQ plus causes.
I thought you were going to say Jewish people.
George Soros, Open Society Foundation. So he's Jewish and he does it. He does it, but I wouldn't say it's exclusive for Jewish people at all.
You wouldn't?
Is Bill Gates Jewish? I don't know.
He's definitely Jewish.
Bill Gates? Is it? I didn't even know. Jewish doesn't even come into my sphere of thinking.
No?
No. The Rockefeller Foundation support this. Are the Rockefellers Jewish? I don't think they are.
No, I think
they support it as well.
Aren't they railroaders or something, right?
No, they're a billionaire family. Can I think these police were here to speak to me. Do you mind if I just go and speak to them for a second? I don't want to be rude.
They're not actually police officers.
Are they not? Oh, they're PCSOs.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. I think they're waiting to speak to me.
I can speak to them.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't want to be rude and walk away from you.
Yeah.
Listen, I do wish you a good day, you know? I do wish you a good day. It's a beautiful day. Live your life as you wish, as long as it does not harm other people. Taylor's a woman. She doesn't want men going in her changing rooms, in her toilets. You know?
All right, well,
yeah.
Speak to these people then, I guess.
Okay, right. Well, have a nice day. I genuinely mean that, guys. Thanks for the conversation. Okay. Yeah. Huh. Did you want to speak to me, guys?
Yep.
Yeah, we've had. As you saw, we had some great conversations.
Perfect. Did you let us know that you were coming here today?
Did I let you know?
Yeah. So in future, when you're having any.
Okay, these are weird. This is a weird position in England. They have these things. What are they called? PCSOs or something? Public safety officers. They're not cops. I'm not quite sure what kind of authority they have, but they are the most annoying. They're like the traffic. They're like parking officers on the fucking footpath. Right. They don't really have authority. I don't know how they can take themselves seriously.
Kind of protest, demonstration, or anything like that, what you need to do is just let us know. Then we can keep an eye out to make sure that everyone's all right. You've not got kind of anyone.
Is that a legal requirement?
Well, you're meant to let the council know anyway, because you're meant to have a space hour agreement to be here. So,
is this not public?
But the council own this land, so you are meant to kind of contact them and go and get a space hour agreement.
Am I? Oh, right. I've never done that before.
Yeah, he goes all over the country.
Oh, do you? Yeah.
I'm just joining him
Tell you
today.
what, let me give you a card.
Thank
Let
you.
me give you a card.
Yeah, that's never
You've not had any issues
communicated to you
today?
before.
Because you obviously, the next question normally comes, you know, what's your name and stuff like that. It's not a secret. I know you're here to gather intelligence. It is not.
We de-escalate if we think there's going to be.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we let people come to us. We don't do the other way. We're standing here.
Yeah.
We don't move around. We let them walk over. And everyone's been really nice, you know, and you can agree to disagree and still walk away. And having had a lovely conversation, hopefully learn something on both sides. So that's all we're here for.
Yeah. I don't think that's right that I need council permission, though, to be here.
Well, it's environmental protection team, and
Right.
might be able to help the person. Really comfortable. No. So on Saturdays, the public protection officers don't work because they're the ones with the information.
Right.
They're
Yeah.
more of an expert
Yeah.
in council matters than I am.
Yeah.
But it might be worth it just giving them a ring.
Yeah. I don't think I'm ever going to do that, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's up to you. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just that I know from when I spoke to the public protection officers previously.
Yeah.
That so like the chap there who's singing.
Yeah.
He's got to let them know and get a space hire agreement. for
Right,
him to
okay.
be there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the public protection officers can't move them on.
Right.
So, yeah,
I don't think they can move me on from standing here. Just yeah. I know if there's if it's privately owned land, then I could be done for trespass, but that's a civil matter, not a police matter. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not something that we're not getting involved in unless there's some issues with it.
I'm feeling very scared and intimidated by this.
Oh, look at that. Here we go.
No, I agree.
I spoke to them earlier, had a quiet chat. They're polite, they're not rude. But just having it here is awful.
What do you disagree with?
I'm not having a conversation with you about it now.
You did before.
I know.
You came over before. You're just trying to get us in trouble now.
We're not in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm hoping
I think the camera's
that you will be moved. Yeah, so basically, yeah. I'm hoping
I think the camera's
that you will be moved. Yeah, so basically, yeah.
Oh God, are they going to try and get him to press charges or something? Come along?
Yeah, let's try.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we've come up against 2 community support officers.
Yeah.
This country's going from bad to worse.
Yeah, it's all right. We're not going anywhere. Trust me. Yeah. Yeah.
Permission.
Thank you. Thank you.
Freedom of speech. And it's true.
Yeah.
The resident
Is there?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me what one is then.
a child that is transgender.
So what is transgender?
The one that's not, whose gender doesn't line up with the gender that was assigned at birth.
Someone that doesn't align with the gender that was assigned at birth?
Yeah.
Okay, so a gender's assigned at birth, is it? So what is a gender?
Gender, sex and gender are really separate things.
Yeah.
And that's
This-
science.
He's not mentioned gender yet.
She has.
She?
Yeah.
You look like a man to me.
You look like an idiot.
Okay.
actually.
Can I just ask why it bothers you so much? What difference to your life does it make?
Yeah.
What did timing this?
Look at this, you're sitting here, standing here in the town,
Yeah.
looking foolish, in my opinion, talking about things that
3 words.
doesn't matter to
3
you.
words.
Doesn't matter to
3 words can answer.
Yeah, Charles, that's something that Charlie Kirk said. When the conversation stops, bad stuff happens. Oh, and Vintage, I can tell you, I just got the green screen and the stand. I mean, it's huge. It's 3 meters high and it's 3 meters wide. It's on these tripods with a crossbar, and they sell you a big green sheet that's 3 meters by 6 meters. So, like, if you really wanted to curve it down onto the ground, you could be standing there and have the green screen underneath you as well. So I just went to Camera House, just one of the local camera stores. I rang them up, and they had them. So I got one.
To that question to you, the truth matters.
I'm sorry. It matters.
The truth matters.
Yeah, I'm with her.
That's her,
Right.
that's her truth. That's her truth.
Do you think there's such a thing as objective reality?
A meter is about 3.3 feet, and you spelt it wrong. It's METRE.
Yeah, something that doesn't care about your thoughts or feelings.
Yeah, Rent-A-Cops. Vintage, just looking at where your comments are coming in relation to the video, I wonder if you might be a couple of minutes behind on the stream. Just wondering, just check it out, because your comments make sense, but they come in a couple of minutes after the actual thing you're commenting on.
Yeah.
I heard thoughts of it. Or my, or
No, what I'm saying is objective reality. There you go, there's another 3 men.
yeah, but
Pardon?
why can't you just leave people to live their own lives?
Okay, right, I get that.
Yeah.
I think this man can identify as a woman, okay, if he wishes. All right, he can identify as a woman if he wants to. It doesn't make sense. This is the problem. Why does it matter? Because you're asking me to lie. That's a man. That's a man with a pair of tits, right?
Hang on, the thing is, you're saying there's no such thing as transgender children.
Yes.
You're trying to put people in a box.
That's true. There you go.
You're trying to put people in a box.
No.
How you
Why it matters is you're compelling me to lie.
I'm not compelling you to lie.
For another human being.
You're compelling me to lie about that man.
Asking you to turn the other cheek and not sort of
Really?
taking notice.
I find you.
He's not being rude.
You're trying to.
He's giving you his opinion.
I'm misgendering her. I'm correctly gendering him. That's what I'm doing.
Really, because that's how he feels.
What's a hermaphrodite? Okay, that comes under the umbrella of disorders of sexual development, or to be kind, a difference of sexual development. Okay.
You're a doctor. You're a scientist.
Right. I'm not a meteorologist. I'm not a meteorologist, but I know when it's raining. I'm not a dog. I'm not a vet, but I know what a dog is. Right. You don't have to be.
You don't, because you're not. You haven't looked at the history of it.
Have I? Oh right. Okay. Try me. Try me.
You really think that it's man-woman?
Can a woman have a penis?
Yes, it's just.
Yeah, internally.
There are
I spoke internally.
Internally.
Intersex people. What
Yeah.
about intersex people?
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about that if you want.
I know.
You just asked me.
About it. I
Right.
didn't ask you.
Oh yeah.
You said what about hermaphrodite? Okay.
Not
I
I'm
dis-
asking you.
Your message from afar is really badly branded. So you've got
like you're
trans.
pro-trans.
So you're like really like.
This flag.
Does it? Right. Oh, I didn't realise. This is the trans flag.
Yeah.
What a coincidence.
Over there, you look like you're
This is the thing. This is why, like, if you're trying to
Right, you've got three people shouting at me. Who wants to ask me a
I
question?
don't ask you anything. I just
Right, you said what about hermaphrodite?
your own life and stop hassling people.
You came to me.
The question is,
Yeah.
I've done it quick.
how is this helping you
How is it helping me?
by spreading this message?
What I'm doing is spreading the harms. I'm spreading to society the harms of gender ideology.
Why is that harmful?
A harm. Well, that bloke there.
You've got gender.
That bloke that's just
you're
gone.
saying it's binary.
Right, that bloke that's just gone. Do you think it's harmful?
Calling him a bloke.
Yeah. Do you think it's harmful if he went into a female sports?
So
I'm not
what?
trying to stop you. Nick.
What about his opponent?
Do you think someone else?
What about his female?
Vintage, what Charles is saying is, I made the comment, maybe you missed it, that your comments in chat that were referring to the video were coming through like a couple of minutes after the thing that you were commenting on. So I was just wondering if you might be a little bit behind on the stream. I've done it myself. So like I just noticed that. Yeah. Just check the red slider at the bottom and make sure you're all the way up to the end. I mean, it might just be a lag or something. Oh, you're live as well, are you? Oh, cool shit. Okay, well, Matt, you good? Okay, beautiful. Beautiful.
Opponent.
Just because
I don't think trans women are
someone
necessarily.
blows a light out doesn't make your light any
I'm
less.
just a woman. That's your problem. Because trans women want to exist as trans women, and you're trying to say.
Can I be a trans woman?
It's your turn. You're a girl. So you can be a trans man.
Yeah.
I love your videos.
Thank you. Just give me a second. I'm right in the middle of it. Yeah.
You have to
You're not,
You have
you're
to.
not the
You have
gender
to.
assigned at
Yeah.
birth.
You have to
Why
transition.
can't I be a trans
Because
woman?
you could be a trans man if you felt like you were a man.
Okay,
So you can only be a
biology,
trans.
what biology to be a trans
means that you're different to the gender assigned at birth.
Yeah, so what?
Someone's going to run off with that. Yes. Thank you, mate. Cheers. Thank you, mate.
You know what I mean? Transition.
They're just asking really inflammatory, stupid questions to provoke, and they're getting content out of it.
Yeah, I
And I don't actually consent to this getting
Okay.
but like,
I don't need your consent, by the way.
I know you still need one.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.
Thanks, pal.
Yeah. Well, you came over, so you obviously did. So you obviously
You have
did.
an opinion,
Yeah.
somewhere you've got an opinion.
Yeah.
But no, okay. But the point is, trans people aren't hurting you in any way.
Yes, they are.
They're not affecting your life
Yes,
in
they
any
are.
way. How?
Because that lady compelled me to lie about that man that was here.
Compelled you to lie.
Yeah.
What about Trump and all those idiots who take children and lie continuously about anything?
Although,
Are you a supporter of his?
I'm just fighting this ideology. He supports this ideology, so I support him on this issue.
Only on this issue.
On this issue.
Even though he's and a
Is he?
liar and a sex offender.
Reporting my life.
If you don't believe that,
Right.
absolutely
Yeah.
no
All right. I mean, the thing is with you, you believe that we can have our own opinions, and this is my. You don't want to.
I give you the right to have your own opinion. But
Thank
when
you.
you're standing here and you're preaching this
Yeah.
hate, basically.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.
Great job. Anyway,
I get more support. There's more sane people in the world than these people. You're mad. You're a soy boy. All right. You're a soy boy. Yeah. You've had too much soya that's turned your hormones to estrogen.
oh, that's it.
Yeah. I mean, people. You've been feminized. Do you drink soy milk? Pardon? Yeah, I know. I've been called worse than that. I've been smacked in the face and everything. So don't worry about it.
Anyway, I hope you have a peaceful life.
Yeah. What do I do for a living? Am I a benefits basher? I've never claimed a single benefit in my whole life. Ah, pretty much this now. No, I'm retired. I'm retired. Yeah. I was in the fire service for 20 years. I was in the fire service for 20 years, serving the community. And then before that, I was in the Royal Navy and I served my country for 10 years. Yeah. I waste my life. What? 10 years in the Royal Navy and 20 years in the fire service.
Why do you stand in the street like a moron? Get a life.
What? I'm a moron. That's a slur, that. Come on. Come on.
I bet you fucking pop the T-slur, you little shit.
What?
Do it, go on.
I'm not going to call you anything. The only slur I ever used, because he was, questioning me hard, so I called him a soy boy. Shouldn't have done that.
What do you think my gender is?
Pardon?
What do you think I am?
I don't know how you identify. What?
I've got a 6-inch cock. Trust me, he knows about it.
Have you?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
What do you think I am?
Right.
You can be whoever you want to be as long as it doesn't adversely affect anybody else.
So you're first.
So you being a dickhead isn't affecting everyone around you?
It's on you if you get pissed off with me wearing
Right,
this.
so it's on you if you get pissed off about trans people, no?
Pardon? Yeah. Yeah, but
Okay, so why are you spreading that shit around? No one
well, I don't think there's any such thing as a trans person.
So do you think I could go into women's bathrooms? What bathroom would you want me to go into? Knowing I've got a penis, what bathroom would
Have you got a penis?
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
What bathroom would you like me to go into?
What was that? Was that penis on you when you were born?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Well, I've got tits and a penis. Which bathroom would you like me to go into?
Yeah. So if you're male, you should be going in the male bathrooms.
Tits. These are
Yeah.
real.
Right.
These are real tits.
Are they?
Yes.
How did you get them?
I was born with them. They grew out when I got to 14. So what bathroom do you want me to go into?
Okay. So it depends if you're a male or female.
What am I though?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm neither.
I
have heard of intersex.
You mentioned genitals, right? You said you got a penis. I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a minute.
My friend would know, like.
I don't believe that for a minute.
So you're saying people can't be born with both?
Are you saying people
No.
scientifically
That's called intersex.
Yes. Tell me about an intersex condition you know of.
Right, intersex conditions can be you have different sets of chromosomes.
No, that's not a condition. You just mentioned two different body
No,
parts.
being born with a penis and vagina.
Both body parts.
Right.
Deficiency.
Let me tell you about one.
Got an audience now.
I know. I can tell you about one if you want.
Go on, Em.
Okay. Remember the boxer, the Algerian boxer in the Olympics?
Right.
Right. Do you know what the name was?
One biologically a woman and had female parts and had
No.
Oh, yep.
No.
You continue.
It's a main Khalif, and the main Khalif's a man. He was born with an intersex condition called 5-alpha reductase deficiency.
Okay.
All right. So when he was born, he had ambiguous genitalia.
Yeah. Cool. I don't get the point here.
Okay. And when he had internalized testes.
Okay.
Okay. And when he hit puberty, he got the rush of testosterone. Okay. And developed into the man. Because she said she's got a big cock. That's why.
He does have a nice penis.
I'm bored with it, mate.
I think you're lying, but
Where do you think people
I think you're lying because I can't see an Adam's apple.
I have tits and a dick. I have a testosterone deficiency.
Right, okay. So have you got an intersex condition?
Yes, because my mum did a shit ton of ketamine while she was pregnant.
Oh, right. I'm sorry to hear about that.
To trans people, why do you care?
Intersex,
Why do you care?
intersex isn't trans, it's a red herring.
No, actually, it comes under the trans banner. I have to, for my day job, I deliver training to doctors, police, and nurses on trans and LGBT.
Do you?
My day job, I deliver training to doctors, police and nurses on trans and LGBT.
Dear, what?
With a 6-inch cock. Trust me, he knows about it. Yes.
Well, tell me what you deliver. Tell me about your condition.
Respect. Don't be a dick. Respect people. You don't have to understand. You don't have to like. You don't have to care. Respect. Yeah. And I don't respect you. Okay.
Well,
You're spreading hate towards a marginalised group of people. And if you had a sign on you right now, that said something about black people, you'd been arrested.
Well, I've not got a sign on me about black people.
It's a marginalised community that you're starting for no reason. It's you don't want this in Derby. As someone who's lived through Frizz, I don't want your hate on my streets.
Okay, well, they're not your streets for a start. They're everybody's.
Okay. Who wants this man here spreading hate? Put your hands up. Who wants him spreading hate? Oh, sorry. Who wants this man to go home? Who wants him to go home?
Who wants me to stay?
You're all fucking assholes.
There you go.
You think you're outvoted?
I think you were outvoted actually, but
Man, taxes paid for your pension. That's sad. Taxes paid for your pension.
More fucking employed than you've ever.
I put my
service pays for your pension.
No, I put money in my pension.
What's your social media? I'm interested.
Just come and scan this.
I'm tempted to bully your social media.
Come and scan this. Do it.
I'm gonna bully it. Let's go.
Oh, so you think it's okay to bully?
It's okay to bully someone spreading hate. Looking for. So, if what if a young trans person about 12, 13 saw your sign and kills themselves because you're spreading hate? What if you see that?
Well, there's been loads of people identifying as trans coming up today and having cordial conversations. Well, no, you've been throwing slurs at me. Thank you, mate.
Single slur to you.
Have you not?
Spreading reality, not hate.
There you go.
The fact you don't even know what a fucking slur is, chatting about how we're saying slurs to you. You don't know what a fucking slur is.
It's a derogatory term. I can't remember what she said about me now. Because I get called that much. I get called that much all the time.
Maybe
it's normally bigot, transphobe. Now, she might have called me a transphobe. I heard that come across.
Maybe that's...
How can I be a transphobe if there's no such thing as trans?
There's no such thing as straight people either.
A phobia is an irrational fear of something, right? How can they have?
What's normal? What's normal? Why is he saying? Well, that's what we say. You think everyone?
Thank you. Much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you.
Just to balance it out.
Yeah, cheers.
In schools nowadays, these kids come in, want to choose what they want to be. But you know, someone whose identity
makes her want to make herself look a bit better by putting an eyelash on or an
Thanks, mate.
She gets sent home from school. Get out.
And trans people get banned from the school and kicked out.
But the point is, it's why is it all about one person? It should be about everyone.
They get pretty excited, eh? Just saying, like, just really excited. I don't get it.
It's not. If
you want it to be about everybody, mind your fucking business.
Well, why don't you then?
Do what they want.
Why don't you?
Why doesn't you? Why doesn't this do?
You wouldn't have.
If you want people to go
Cheers,
around
mate.
do what they want to do. Let people do what they want.
Stop swearing, by the way.
I can say what I want because guess what?
It's a public order offence. Section 5, public order. She swore.
Around spreading fucking hate.
And again.
I feel marginalised if my protected characteristic due to his sign. I feel threatened and targeted.
Follow Lethal Candy on that Instagram. Thanks.
I feel targeted by his sign.
Have you heard him? Give him a follow.
Well, you came over here. You came to us.
I'm heading this way. I
Okay.
live down here.
Well, you're free to leave. You're free to leave at any time.
There's a crowd of people. I feel marginalised and depressed and scared. I think I should report this.
They're the only ones that have been swearing. She swore.
Around spreading hate. You do realise
Tell me what's hateful about this sign. Tell me what's hateful.
the fact you're going against trans people, it is a fucking illegal, you know.
Is it illegal?
The characteristics.
Yep.
I've heard of protected characteristics.
Pardon?
Equalities Act 2010.
Equality Act 2010.
Trans people come under Equality Act 2010.
Yeah, so do philosophical beliefs.
But if you're spreading them,
This is a philosophical belief protected under the Equality Act 2010.
besides my right to be a trans person in public.
You've the right to identify however you wish, as long as it doesn't adversely affect anybody else. That's it.
So if we
See, the police have gone now.
to identify how we want him,
Yes.
you shouldn't have the ability to go around spreading hate if it's down to people's choice.
It's not hate.
And what they want.
They've gone to meet
How many people have come and shook my hand while you've been sat here? How many? Yeah, they agree with me, okay? Loads. All day, loads of people. Yeah, it's only your perception that it's hate because you disagree with me. That's all.
My perception is mind your damn business and no one gets offended. So why don't you mind your damn business about how people want to act and look?
They can,
because people get involved because you don't mind your damn business.
Right? Okay. You just sworn again. That's another public order offence. Anyone else? Anyone else? Yes, go on. Come over, don't shout, so we don't have to shout. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, you're identifying as being transgender, and you're trying, it looks to me, you're trying hard to look like a boy. Yeah. That's it. Pardon? Well, you just come over and ask me what I am.
Did I?
Yes.
I just didn't know.
That's what you said. You said if there's no such thing as transgender, what am I? That's what you said, right? And you said if there's no such thing as transgender, what am I? Okay, so you're asking me, and I.
Yeah, vintage. It's that's legit because these people, you can see it. They get violent. There's been examples of this. They, given the power, given the chance, yeah, they get violent.
Said you're trying very hard to look like a boy.
And why is that a problem to you?
It's no problem. You can live your life as you want.
Why have you got that job?
Okay, on the back of my sign, because I don't think there's anything other than boys and girls, or men or women.
I don't disagree.
I think you're just a girl that's would in the past be called a tomboy, because you don't like girl things, you like boy things instead. Okay, that's what I think. I might be wrong.
You know when you get to the toilet, you go to the female or male.
You go to the female toilet, okay?
Yeah, because if I went to the male, what do you think?
Yeah, right. But you're trying to identify as male, so you know you're female, right?
Obviously, I have female genitalia.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's it. You're a female.
Can you see it?
Well,
I can tell you're female. You look a lot like my eldest when she was
I'm not fucking talking to you.
oh, come on. Let's keep it. Let's not swear. Let's not swear. Let's not swear.
I know you haven't said about it, which is fine.
Yeah.
When it
Yeah.
starts to increase, it's swearing and stuff like that.
Yeah, we can have a.
I'm not restricted. You're spreading hate.
You're doing a good job.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
You're trying to each.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
This is easy, dear.
Oh, right. Okay. Oh, there's more police here now.
Yeah, I said I thought they were walking.
Yeah, I thought we were going to get more police. Yeah.
Well, what are they doing?
I don't know yet. I'm just having conversations. So, guys, we're surrounded now. We've got lots and lots of people here, which is really good. Spreading awareness of gender ideology. You're shaking your head, right? More people agree with me, by the way.
I agree.
Cheers, right?
On YouTube.
You can scan that if you want.
We'll be going out over
Yeah.
the next week or so.
Yeah, hi, mate.
Speak to one of you about it.
Yeah. Come and have a chat.
Sorry.
Just how long are you like planning on staying here for, roughly?
I don't know. No idea.
Okay. Did you inform anyone?
No.
Would you say that you did it as a protest? Or?
No, I'm not protesting. I do this up and down the country. Done it many times over the last year. Been doing it over a year. And I just come out on the streets and have conversations with people. And I never approach anybody. I just wait here and they come and speak to me. And for the most part, they're really pleasant conversations. We, argue out, well, not argue out points, but debate points. And for the most part, yeah, absolutely. And when people swear, I say, come on, let's keep it calm and that. And you won't catch me swearing.
Yeah, we just don't want anything to happen.
No, it won't. It won't. Honestly, well,
a few times. Only Steve.
Well,
don't ever attack.
Yeah.
We don't want you to be a victim of like an assault or anything.
What
That's just why we're here.
What usually happens is I get assaulted for this opinion, okay, gets reported to the police. If they're arrested, the police just give them a community, what do they call it? A community resolution or a caution.
It'd be worth like reporting when you're going to be doing it, just so we're aware and we can put resources to it to prevent things from happening. It's just worthwhile doing that.
I'm not required to do that legally, though, am I?
It's worth telling us, isn't it?
I know, but am I legally required? Right, okay.
But to assist you and to help you,
yeah,
with our presence being there, it may help it and prevent you from being assaulted, which we don't want at the end of the day, don't it?
No.
Yeah, but if you don't want to, you don't want to. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, usually always like the odd PCO on
Yeah.
in the city centre.
Yeah, yeah.
He always does city centres. I'm only with him a couple of times.
Peekaboo.
But it's always city centres and.
Oh, g'day, mate. Sorry, I'm just dealing with me on Discord for a moment.
How dare you ignore me, good sir? What
I didn't
is
even.
going on?
I didn't even see you there. Sorry, mate.
That's
Just
why
give
I
me a
said
second, bro.
That's why I said peekaboo.
Yeah, just give me one
He
second,
travels all
okay?
over the country and he's never been told that before. And
Peekaboo again.
I've spoken
What's
to
the
a police
what's the
officer friend
purpose?
of
What's the
mine.
intent?
Peekaboo again.
Sorry, sergeant from the police. You're right.
You know, I
I'm just wondering what the intent is, what the reasons being here and everything.
Well, I do it. You've got my card.
Yeah, I've got it.
My whole aim is to raise awareness of the genders of the harms of gender ideology.
Right.
And I do that by going on the streets and having conversations. Yeah.
So it's not to antagonise them. That's not the intent.
Okay, everyone, hope you're enjoying the video so far. I just want to interject here because what I believe is happening is that the detective sergeant is trying to catch me out on section 4A of the Public Order Act 1986. So that's intentional harassment, alarm, or distress. So a person is guilty of an offence if with intent, that's the key word, to cause a person harassment, alarm, and distress if he, let's go down to B here, displays any writing, sign, or other visible representation which is threatening, abusive, or insulting. Now, notice he used
Such a wildly
antagonise, and that
subjective
word isn't
legislation.
in there.
Oh,
And
it's
also
terrible.
note
It's
It's
terrible.
so
offensive isn't
subjective.
in there
That's
either.
wild.
You know, when people say, "Oh, I'm offended," well, it's not. They can be offended if they wish, but that
Yeah.
isn't covered under Section 4A. Now, I just want to bring you down to Section 5 as well, which is harassment, alarm, and distress. So it doesn't have to be intentional for Section 5. So Section 4A is like an aggravated offence. Section 5A, you don't have to intend to do it. But also notice in Section 4A, they use the term insulting. Now, that's been removed from Section 5. And a bit of trivia for you, Mr. Bean got the word insulting removed from Section 5 Public Order Offence. And if you don't believe me, look it up. Anyway, that's a quick lesson on the Public Order Act. So you'll notice all the time that I never use any threatening, abusive, insulting words, and I don't engage in any
so
disorderly
insane.
behaviour, because that's how they'll be able to catch me out and arrest me. You notice everybody always says, "Oh, I'm harassed, alarmed, and distressed." The key thing is it doesn't matter if they're harassed, alarmed, and distressed. That has to follow from something you do, which is threatening or abusive, and in the case of 4A, something that's insulting. And they're really broad.
I'm going to guess that's
definitions
subjective as well,
each
based on
that's
what the
gotta be
judge
proven
says.
in court.
Yeah.
Okay, guys,
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
with the video.
That's just
My intent
insane.
is to have conversations and inform the general public. A lot of them, well, the majority of them agree with me.
Right.
There's no intent to cause any harassment, alarm, distress, antagonise anybody. No, I'm not going to insult anybody. Nothing like that. I'm just there to have conversations with people. You know, for my safety, I record these. I've been attacked numerous occasions. I'm going to court in July where I got attacked. Been smacked in the face, covered in soup, covered in treacle.
That's what we want to prevent as well.
It never comes from me. The aggression, people try and steal my stuff because
They're literally surrounding him like he's a member of the
you know,
Crips.
they've been.
Oh yeah,
Like
it's
he's
the
just
same
got
thing
a
happens.
They've been taught this gender
like,
ideology. Okay,
treating him
which
like a
doesn't
gang member.
align with biological reality.
It's the same thing that
Are
happens
you happy
to.
to answer you are? You
Hang
name
on.
or anything like
You've got my.
It's the same thing that happens to Billboard Chris.
Oh yeah, I've seen that dude. Yeah.
Yeah, he's terrific. Yeah, the same thing happens to him. They
Yeah, he's just like a civilian, just running around, like he's walking around. He's got a billboard sign. It's like, hey, I want to chat about something. Now, a lot of people disagree with him. Fair enough, but he's not like walking around. He's walking around wearing a sign. He's not walking around holding like an automatic weapon.
No,
and he doesn't treating him like he is. which
And he
is
doesn't generally approach people; they approach him.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I was saying in the chat earlier. Like at the moment, with the conservative side in power in most of the Western countries, they have the ability to really clamp down and shut this shit down.
Oh,
but
yeah.
they won't. They won't, and the reason they won't is because they don't want to be branded as, you know, the fascists and the authoritarians and whatnot that they get falsely labeled as. But you wait, they're handcuffing themselves. They're going to lose power, and when the other side gets in, don't think they're going to have the same restraint. They absolutely won't. It'll go next level very, very quickly on that. New laws, new legislation. Yep.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like that law. You know, that's so subjective. It's like, oh, you know, if you insult or harass someone, or, you know, it's basically, it becomes feelings police. Oh, I feel offended. Okay, off to jail for a year.
Oh, that's happened where people over there have actually been
In the in the UK, it is about to say US. I meant UK.
Yeah.
It's happening there.
And they
It'll
have a new
happen
thing.
here
Called,
soon.
they have a new thing called a non-crime hate incident.
A what?
A non-crime hate incident. It goes on your record.
A I don't hate incident. What, like, so someone just like said you got a bad haircut and you get a criminal record?
Yeah, like someone says something that offends someone. I'm not even lying. There's been people.
Yeah, no, I believe you, which it's scary that I believe you. But it's like, what are you going to do? Okay, we've got the subjective, subjective set of rules, and then someone's going to go, I was offended. Okay, take them to court, and then Judge Karen says, okay, we're going to prosecute you, and we'll throw you in the cells, or we'll fine you some sort of ridiculous amount that bankrupts you. There'll be something that just destroys your life.
Yep.
And, you know, that's what's coming. It's
yeah. They have this register called a non-crime hate incident. Oh, looks like I've got some food arriving. It's getting late.
I've actually got Uber Eats on the way as well, but I couldn't help myself. I wanted to.
Yeah, I just got some Maccas, so excuse me for eating on stream.
That's all right. I can't eat that anyway.
Oh yeah,
I'll be lucky to have the frozen Coke. I don't even know if I can have the frozen Coke. You know, they probably put something in it.
I used to think it was bad etiquette to eat on stream, but
yes and no. I mean,
I think if you're doing an interview with someone, fair enough. But if you're doing 3, 4, 5 hour streams and just, you know, bantering,
yeah, I don't get offended by that. One day I'll get offended and I'll call the non-hate violent. What is it? The non-hate violent crime.
non-crime hate incident.
God, that's got more. That's gonna down the line. That's gonna have, like, that acronym's gonna be longer than the LGBT community. You know, and I think they're up to about 99 acronyms. 99 letters in their acronym.
Yep.
It's just wild, and people are just letting it happen. Oh, it's really not that bad. Yeah, it's all good. Oh, you know, if you let us into power and we get rid of this authoritarian stuff, we're not going to be like that. You know, we're all good. Let's all be friends. You know, then they'll get on the throne and that'll be it. You know, and depending on where you are, like here we have 4-year terms. You know, America does too. I can't recall what the UK is, but probably the same. You know, you're going to deal with almost half a decade of it, and there's not going to be a damn thing you can do about it.
Yeah, like here.
Yeah, I was actually watching Avi Yeni. He's like Rebel Media, and he's got this thing that he's doing in the Victorian, the state election coming up apparently, and he's basically, they're registering new parties on single voter issues. So there's the Free Palestine Party. There's Muslims for Australians Party or something similar. Basically, they're just using the slogans of the left wing and calling it a party because they think that people are just going to be these left wingers will be too dumb. They'll just look at the ballot and be like, oh, you know, Free Palestine Party, I'll vote for that. And then all of these little parties that are single voter issues, predominantly of the left, these are controlled, you know, and run by conservatives. They will just preference all of those votes to one nation and just take the rug out.
Give me a second. I've got to get this cat out of here. Hang on.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah. Yeah. I got a bit confused by that when I saw him do that. I was like, really? You got these different parties going that are like, and it sounds extremely left wing. And I was like, what's he doing? Like, has he changed his political persuasion? No, he's just using the system. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, Charles, that's it. Yeah, that's the one I just randomly came across it, and I'm today just in the feed. I've watched these videos before, and I was just like, what's going on here? And, so pretty crazy. Night, cat. Have a good night. Enjoy your Z's. Kieran gives you his love. Make sure you like and subscribe on the way out.
Hey, cat. See ya, cat. Just caught you. Yeah. Yeah, look, I've really got to eat. Do you want to bring some stuff up, or do you want to make? Well, you can bring it up, but you can't play it, can you?
Oh, only if I bring it up.
You can bring it up and play it.
Yeah. What do you want to bring up?
Well,
'cause I'm not going to start a stream of my own, so I'll just hang here.
Yeah, if you want to hang for just like I'm just got to eat, and I can't stuff my face on camera. I hate to lean on you unless. Yeah.
No, you're fine. Well, I've got like 11 minutes before my Uber Eats arrives. So.
Oh, cool. So I'll get mine into me, and then you can get yours. All right.
We can trade out. What do we want to look at?
I don't know. You want to look at some more of this guy? He's called Edge of the Matrix.
Edge of the Matrix.
Yeah, I'll take this one down.
Let me look him up.
What do you think of me layout for a first effort?
It's cool. I like it.
It's pretty.
The green screen's interesting. I've been meaning to look at getting a green screen because just the back wall, very plain, looks very boring. So I don't even know how I'd hook it up though, because I haven't got any like hooks or anything on the wall or nothing. It's just blank. I was almost going to put a picture up behind me, but
just paint the wall the same color as a green screen.
I don't know if I want to do that, especially because I'm thinking about changing my the way it's set up, because I got like the windows there, like right in front of me.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of doing it 90 degrees, but I got to do it 90 degrees that way, because if I go the other way, I've got mirrors on my cupboard. So
yeah, gotcha.
And then do I put a green screen like on a tripod or something? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out, but. Yeah, I don't even know how much a green screen costs. I'm assuming it's not cheap.
Yeah, I think total between the stand and the green around 400, something like that.
Oh fuck! Okay, that's even more expensive. I was thinking it's like 200 or something. So,
you'll probably find something on Temu.
Yeah, but I don't like, I don't like skimping out on stuff like that, especially online purchases. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, some of the software you can actually here in StreamYard. It's got to be a green screen or a blue screen. There's two different colors. I had to adjust the settings a bit so because my hat was invisible when I first set it up. Because it's got a hint of green to it.
Is this the same video? What was the name of the video you were just watching? I don't know if this is the same one.
It was called Darling, I'm a Woman.
Oh, okay. No, it's different. It's basically the same topic. When excessive pride and overconfidence are not enough. So
yeah, give it a go.
It looks like he's wearing the same sign. That's why I didn't know if it was the.
Oh, that's him. Yeah.
No, but it's the exact same sign. I've seen these videos. He's got like other signs and stuff that he does. But my volume's good.
I'll let you run it and comment, and I'll have something.
I'll drive for a bit.
Good on you.
All right.
To talk to people, I want to try and put different points of view and have them heard. I I would like to stop having this discussion because I feel like you are a lot more experienced at having these discussions than I am.
I wasn't quite sure if you were here to agree with me or disagree with me.
What do you think?
It's often difficult to tell, but I'm thinking that you're going to disagree with me. I think you are. Pardon?
What makes you think that?
Probably the thing that you've got round your neck. Okay, because that's
an entirely different issue.
yes, but because I'm on the streets a lot and I'm opposed often by people that support that, regardless of my thoughts on that.
That's not a green screen, Charles. This is a 180 thread count sheet for your bed. Oh, well played. I was like, Spotlight sells green screens? Oh, well done, sir.
But there's the marchers that go past and they're always swearing and sticking the fingers up at me and stuff like that.
I noticed that some of your colleagues, I presume over there, they're wearing green.
They're not my colleagues.
Well, I don't know, people who seem to know you.
Yeah.
They are wearing green, purple and white scarves, which I presume is for...
It's the suffragette colours. You know it's the suffragette colours, right?
I made my coat because it's green and
Purple.
Suffragette.
Yeah. So
I expect we've got some things in common.
Right. Have we got things that we've not got in common?
Probably, yeah.
Right, okay.
Because I've just read one of the other sides of your...
Which one?
One that said it was a cult.
Trans ideology is a cult, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just interested in...
Interesting.
What you mean by ideology?
Do you want to... I'll let you... Guys, Sue's going to have the camera, all right? Sue's going to live stream. I'm going to do my usual stuff. Do you want to, you can wander around. You can keep that here for a bit if you want. Yeah. I'll point this at me. You don't want that pointing at you, do you? You don't mind at all. Well, that one's pointing at you anyway. Yeah. The sun's over there. Yeah. Okay. Right. Well, you know what an ideology is? It's an idea of perceiving the world in a certain way. Yeah.
Okay.
And
so if I think that you can be transsexual, then if I agree with all that, if I think that's all fine and dandy and cool, I'm part of a cult, am I? Is that what you're telling me?
No, that's words you just put into my mouth.
So I'm trying to understand.
So you changed, right? You changed. That says gender ideology, and you use transsexual. So okay. What you're referring to? Sexual, sex or gender?
Well, it's a moot point of the difference between the two, isn't it? But
it's a moot point. Okay, what is the difference between the two?
Well, you tell me.
I don't know. Come on.
You clearly seem to feel.
You've not answered the question about gender.
No, I haven't. I've answered.
I seem to.
My question by asking you.
I know.
Yeah, that's because she doesn't have a real answer. All she has is feelings. Jenny has feelings, chat.
I know exactly what you're doing. I seem to be informed. Well, for as long as I've been alive, which is like 54 years now, gender and sex have been used interchangeably. Yeah. Right? Gender was always a synonym for sex. Okay? In the 1950s, 1960s, can't remember exactly which, sexologist John Money coined the term gender identity. Yeah, he was a paedophile, by the way. I'm a sexologist.
Wow.
So he coined this term gender ideology. I would say that gender and sex, gender has been, particularly in America, a politer way of referring to sex, because the Americans get embarrassed using the word sex, so I'm told, in that context, not as a descriptor of the act of sex, but because you've got sex which divides male and female, and it's also a word used for an act of having sex, they get a little bit funny with the word, so they would prefer to use the word gender. But the gender ideologists tell us it's two completely different things.
Hey, mate, I'll just interrupt for a second.
Right.
That's great timing.
Because
right here.
My sign referred to gender. Gender ideology is a cult.
Yeah, my MOBA's legit. I'm 1 minute away, so that was perfect.
If you want to get angry, look up John Money and the experiment he did with a couple of twin boys.
Right. All
Fucking
right.
terrible stuff.
Do you want me to keep playing this, and I'll be back in like literally 2 minutes?
Yeah, we'll run it for a bit. I'll go up. We can both I'll go off camera and let it run for a bit.
Yeah. Okay. I'll be back in a second.
All right. Good on you.
I'm just going back now, and you disagreed with it, and then you asked me about transsexual. So I'm asking you to make things clearer.
Yeah, I suppose, like you, in fact, I've been living with the language for 11 years longer than you.
Right, okay. Thank you for revealing your age. I like you, actually, because you're smiling and you're not shouting at me.
Well,
right, we can disagree.
I've come today because I've been engaging a bit more on Facebook, not on this topic, but on another topic that I feel strongly about.
Right.
And trying and challenging the rudeness of, and not just men. The ladies over there were talking about how rude and misogynistic some men are towards them.
Yeah.
And that's an issue. I would say that people, that men and women are capable of being really rude and unpleasant to each other. But I don't want to do that. I want to be able to have dialogue. I want to be able to talk to people. I want to try and put different points of view and have them heard.
Yeah.
And even if we agree to disagree.
Yes.
So anyway,
that is exactly what I want to hear, because that's exactly what I do.
I think we probably will agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I'm going to change your mind, and I guess I haven't come along to have my mind changed. In all honesty,
I'd love somebody to give me a good argument that would change my mind.
Yes.
Because I will change my mind if new facts and evidence come to light.
Probably I'm not the right person to do that. I've come along because I'm close to people who feel more passionately than I do about the gender issue, gender, sex,
right,
transgender, who have got a lot more skin in the game than I have. But I'm not brilliant at remembering all the facts. So I think one thing that you were talking about earlier, when you said about, we talk about sex and gender, and we've kind of grown up with them being kind of interchangeable words.
Yes.
And now we're starting to separate them out of it.
The trans activists are.
Okay. And it made me think, I don't know quite why it popped into my head, but it made me think about the fact that or the idea that it isn't necessarily clear whether somebody's a man or a woman, because some babies are born, some people are born with all the bits.
Oh, right. So, let me just put that there, because the sun's, when the camera's...
So when somebody's born with all the bits...
Explain what you mean.
Well, they've got ovaries and testicles and penises and, well, my understanding is that people are, well, maybe not the whole kit and caboodle, but that they're born with the sexual apparatus from both male and female.
Right.
And not necessarily, I don't know. I'm maybe talking from an ill-informed point of view. I'm not very good, I suppose, at being absolutely certain I'm completely right.
Yes, okay. I'm glad that you've confessed to that.
And I find a lot of people do talk from a point of view of absolute conviction that they are completely right.
Yeah. Okay, well, I mean, you said that...
So I brought up the issue of babies being born with more than the apparatus for one gender.
Okay.
And you seem
the apparatus.
Well, the biological bits.
Okay. Right. So, what you're referring to is what people generally call intersex.
Yes.
Okay. That's an umbrella term for various different disorders or differences, because we need to be kind to people, because I've spoken to some of these people that have these conditions. So a difference in sexual development. That's basically what it's called. They used to say disorder, but it's not kind to those people. And let's face it, they've been given a shit hand in life. They've been dealt a real shit card in life. If you're born with a disorder of sexual development, can't be nice.
No,
Yeah, that's true.
it must make life a lot more complicated.
They don't know how.
All right, I'm back, chat. I'm back. I'm going to take the camera off, but I'll still be here and commenting. If anyone's got a question?
All right.
Yep,
I'm still
keep
leaning you. That's all right. If I want
I
to
won't be.
pause later. Yeah, gotcha.
Mine will. I've only got a small meal. It won't take me long.
Brilliant. This is funny. All right, go on, you mate.
Many actual conditions there are. Approximately 40 is the best estimate that I've come to look at. I can't name them all. I know some of the more common ones, and they vary in the degree of difference. Okay.
Yep.
What the trans activists will say, they will always say, is that, oh, there's at least, well, they'll say there's as many people with an intersex condition as there are gingers in the world. That's completely untrue. That's completely untrue.
It's maybe suggesting it's a lot more common than we think.
That's what they're trying to say. What the crucial thing is, intersex is a red herring in the trans debate. Yeah. Why? Because these people aren't identifying as trans. What the activists are actually trying to say is that sex, they tell us gender is on a spectrum. They're trying to tell us that sex isn't binary, it's on a spectrum. And they're using intersex to try and force that argument, to try and make that argument true. Most people that have these intersex conditions, they don't like being dragged into the trans debate. It's completely a different debate. So the truth is that sex is binary, okay? No person with intersex has ever been born with fully working reproductive systems of both sexes.
Okay, so I spoke
Never.
correctly.
Yeah.
As far as you're aware.
Yeah, well, as far as, I've looked at studies. I've looked at peer-reviewed studies on
to say
this.
no ever been born.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
going to be.
I'll tell you a few of the
picky on-
cases. Yeah.
But we don't know historically.
There's one called persistent Müllerian duct syndrome.
What?
Okay. Everybody with that condition is male, but they may have partially formed fallopian tubes and maybe partial uterus. What happens is there is an anti-Müllerian hormone which is produced in the womb, in the body, in the baby, which takes away or removes the fallopian tubes and enables, the ducts to form from the testes to the penis. That's roughly how it works. So in these people, they haven't got that anti-Müllerian, whatever it is, it's some anti-Müllerian hormone. Okay, so they're partially formed still. Okay, but they still have testes, they still have a penis.
Yeah, the issue here as well is that these guys, is that there are anomalies and differences in the human body and how people are born. Never going to deny that. The problem, though, is that people that are trying to really push the LGBT community beyond its actual means basically put those people that are, having those conditions into a really tough spot. They basically get villainized by, let's say, the conservative right, for example, and that happens because of the actions of the conservative left. And the left actually want that to happen because then they think it actually pushes these people to their side, so they get greater in number. Now, I don't know anything about that condition, but I'd take a pretty good guess that 1 in 4 people, for example, do not have this disorder. 1 in 10 people don't have this disorder or illness, whatever you want to call it. So it's not a normal thing by standard, yet they try to push that it is, and therefore it should be accepted. you know, I'd accept if that's the case with them, but it's not everyone and anyone, and you can't identify it and just take on that mantle by flipping a switch. It's not the way it works.
So our point of agreement there is that there is a continuum. There's a continuum of, so they've got in the development of a baby, that the hormones that are going on and probably other things that are going on affects the development and can affect how the person that comes out is.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them don't even know until they tested. The males, XY chromosomes, okay, every person with this condition is male. They have testes, they produce sperm, all right? The way you tell a man or a woman the difference, this is not my opinion, this is biology, is what their reproductive system was designed to do. Produce sperm, which are the small gametes for male, or ova, which are the large gametes and eggs for women. Whether your system works or not, because unfortunately some people are born with these conditions where they don't work, and that's very unfortunate. It's just like, to use an analogy, people will say, well, are they not a real woman then if they can't produce ova? Well, it's like a car. If you've got a car and it's broken and it breaks down, it can't drive you from A to B, because that's what cars are supposed to do, but it's still a car. Does that make sense? Yeah. I can give you another condition as well if you want.
Go on.
Another one, I use this all the time. I'll quickly run through it. It's called 5-ARD, 5-alpha reductase syndrome. Okay, remember the boxer in the Olympics, Amain Khalif? They said the man's beating up a woman. And
I'm not interested.
do you remember it?
At all.
Okay, well, this is what this cult of a gender ideology wants: men entering women's spaces. You know, whether that'll be sports, changing rooms, hospital wards, rape crisis centres, toilets, whatever. All right, but without digressing too much, 5-ARD. Okay, there's a missing enzyme in the womb, 5-alpha reductase, and basically what happens is in the womb, the baby gets a rush of something called dihydrotestosterone, all right, which forms the male genitalia. That doesn't happen. So the baby's born with ambiguous looking genitalia, basically a micro penis, which they can't differentiate from, is there a penis, is it a clitoris? Yeah, but they've usually got internalized testes.
Just pause for a second, Vintage.
Their sex is recorded.
Yeah.
Yes, what they do basically is they'll find some anomaly, and like you said, it's some really, really rare incident where sexual development didn't go correctly. But as far as I know, each person with a developmental issue like that is still fundamentally either male or female. Just there's something went wrong in development. And so what the ideologists will do is they'll say, well, there's an example of, you know, they might say neither male nor female or something like that. And therefore there's no such thing as male or female. Oh, yeah,
they try to use the exception to and use that as a foundation for the rule.
That's right, rather than the fact that the exception proves the rule, right?
That's correct. Anything else?
No.
Keep going?
Yep.
No, all good. I'm almost done.
Ordered wrong. Okay.
Just female.
Often that happens, and there's
Do they have any female apparatus? Do they have?
It may be no, nothing. The male's internalized testes. They're male. Come 12 years old or the time of puberty, they get a rush of testosterone. The penis grows. In the Dominican Republic, they call it penis at 12, and there's a word for it which I can't pronounce. Guevados, I can't remember it. But sometimes, absolutely. That's why I said.
Which is an argument, perhaps, for not treating boys and girls as boys do boys things and girls do girls things, because stuff changes.
Yeah. Okay.
So somebody can be treated as a girl all their life and then suddenly feel like they're a boy. Obviously, they are, because they get the rush of testosterone and they produce the bits. But why can't that? I mean, that's a very clear, unambiguous example, but surely there can be more subtle versions of that where people are brought up as a girl or brought up as a boy and then reach a point where they feel like actually no, they identify as something different. Surely that can happen.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is where we're getting into sex and gender, because what you were talking about is, gender stereotype.
Good to see. Yeah, fucking Ashton. Here we are trying to have a serious conversation, and this guy.
What I do?
No, Elwin Ashton in the comment. Haven't seen Ashton for a long time.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, he's coming up with old news.
Not fake news anymore. It's been verified.
Yeah, howdy, Ashton. Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Oh, do you want to take back control? I can give you the link to this, and you can finish it up.
Yeah. Oh, we've got Ashton coming up. Yeah, let's drop this one for a minute.
Okay.
I'll remove it. Oh, you did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just kill the screen.
Ashton, how you going, mate?
How diddly ho, my gay best friend. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. I'm never going to shake that gay thing, am I?
Never in a million years, brother. But that's why we love and respect you.
Thank you, my man. I don't think you've met the original Vintage.
No,
I have actually.
Oh, really?
I've watched your, I watched your videos about a week or two ago when Kieran raided over to you. I subbed up to you.
Gotcha. Right. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Kieran, I did my first live last week.
You did your first live?
Oh, your
I
channel?
did my first live last week. Yeah.
No, how'd it go?
Made $20. I was pretty impressed with myself, to be honest with you.
How'd you make $20 on your first live?
I don't know. I fucking grifted. I said, hey, I'm here to do fun stuff, and somebody sent me $20 to do fun stuff, so we did fun stuff for an hour.
Oh, you got like a PayPal or something?
Cash App.
Oh, Cash App.
Yeah, cool. That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice work. I've made fuck all.
Did you guys see that we're potentially going to go to war with Iran?
That's been going on for like a month.
Yeah, but they touched our boats.
Yeah, that was a month ago.
Was it really? How am I just now hearing about this?
They're always talking about there's like attacks and all random ass shit going on. So it wouldn't surprise me.
I saw Myron Gaines was live talking about it, and he said about the Iranians striking U.S. ships. I was like, oh, they touched our boats. Did they not learn anything from Japan in World War II?
Yeah, probably not.
Well, this is what happens when you fuck your cousin too many times, I suppose.
I thought the whole Navy got whacked, though. How are they attacking U.S. ships? Oh, thank you, Charles. I was looking for that. Yeah, how are they even hitting American boats? Their Navy got sunk, I thought.
Well, they have something that they poked our boats with.
They just got a dinghy with an AK like strapped to it or something.
It's a dinghy with two people in it. One has an AK and the other one has an RPG.
Yeah.
That's their fucking Navy right now.
Cost effective. Yeah, just got to find enough people to drive them now, I guess. But
nah, man, they're controlled by an RC motor. Fucking remote control from the shoreline.
That makes sense. Yeah. I don't know. I think being part of that regime right now, it's like a promotion you don't want. So if you're like up in the military and government apparatus and they're like, congratulations, you've been promoted, you're now the president, or you're a senator, or you're now a top military general. It's like, can I just stay at my current rank? In fact, I'm actually resigning. Because it's like
no, their first act is shitting their pants because they got the promotion and now they actually have to face us head on.
Yeah. You know, it's just wild.
Yeah, I'm just doing some subscribing.
Yeah, I am too. I just linked up. So, what do you do on your channel? What's your channel about?
It's only got one stream.
Yeah,
It just says give me.
what's it about?
It just says give me money.
Help the poor boy. Oh yeah, it's called Help the Poor Boy.
Yeah. That's what it's about.
I don't know. It could be like politics or gaming or so. I don't fucking know. Oh, I can't do Cash App. I didn't think I could. Yeah.
Yeah, I can do PayPal. I've never done it.
I don't
People,
do
I've had
PayPal.
people ask me to like I've had people say to me, put a Cash App or PayPal so I can send you
I
some
looked
money.
at PayPal, but it requires me to disclose my actual name to it. I can't put an alias on it that I can see. So that's why I don't. That's why I won't do it. I'm just just in case there's a wacky out there, especially with the ones that'll probably pop up in the next 4 years.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, I'm not that. I'm not desperate for a quid, so it's not like I need to do it.
No, it's fair enough, mate.
Yeah, I'll just keep being a moron on YouTube and Kick and Rumble too, for that matter. But yeah,
I took your advice on ChatGPT for doing images. That's where these came from.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And
yeah,
you're
no,
right.
they do all right.
Like the fact you can sort of tell it to do something and then it does it, and then you say, okay, now just make it a bit different in this way, or now.
Yeah.
And then
so like the background you've got, you could be like, oh, I also want to see some soldiers, like foot soldiers on the ground. I want
That's
you
it.
to, add another fighter jet in there. I want some more buildings in the background. Whatever,
Yeah.
it'll do it. It's
And the one
pretty
behind
decent.
me, the first image it did was a bit dark, so I said just make the same image but make it a little bit brighter. And
Yeah,
boom,
right.
there you go.
Yeah. The only thing with thumbnails for streams is if you try to put them in StreamYard, there's a certain resolutional sizing ratio. Otherwise, it looks really shit. So just if you drop them in and it says, "Oh, hey, it's not the right thing," you can just take the image you've got and put it again back into ChatGPT and go, "I need this at this resolution, this size for a thumbnail for StreamYard," and it'll modify it.
All right, and that thumbnail you put in StreamYard will come up as in YouTube.
Yeah. So when you're doing it up the top and you're actually setting up your stream, you can add a thumbnail.
Oh,
and
yeah,
you
cool.
so you just create one, just whack it on a folder or put it in your desktop on your hard drive somewhere, and then when you want to add a thumbnail, boom, straight in.
You know what I can't figure out? The difference between my profile picture in Google, my profile picture in YouTube, and there seems to be 3 different places where I have 3 different profile pics, and I can't figure out how to get them all fucking coordinated.
Yeah, they're all unique. They don't link to each other.
And then the other thing
like that one there, one there that I've got, that's from ages ago, but I've just got it saved, so I just use it for everything.
Yeah, I just on my phone. See, on this computer, because it's a fairly new computer, I haven't transferred over all my old images and my old things, so I'm working skeletal. So sometimes I just grab something from somewhere and jam it in. So my thumbnail, that one's just my VK one. I just had it handy, so I whacked it in. I do have some others. I've got a couple of others, but the other thing I've got to figure out is I do, my channel is Kieran Markin 3340.
Yeah.
I actually have the channel Kieran Markin with no numbers on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got it like fucking 12 years ago or something. I forgot about it. I finally tracked it down because it's under an old email address I used to have when I had a different business.
Yeah, you should be able to change. You should be able to change your handle.
Yeah, it's tricky because they're linked to your Google account. Each one, it's uniquely. Now, the problem is the Kieran Markin one is actually a brand account, which is a different thing. So there's a way to merge them, but if I merged the one that you merge into the other one overwrites the other one. So if I tried to merge it, if I try to take the Kieran Markin brand one and merge it into mine, it'll end up overriding because the other channel has nothing on it, basically, only a couple of short videos.
Yeah.
So I've got to be careful. I think there's a way I can take this channel, merge it, and override the brand channel.
Yeah,
but
gotcha.
And keep the name, but that'll change the email address associated with it, with the Google account. I've got like 3 Google accounts. Then I don't know what that does to the algorithm, what it does to, am I still going to pop up where I'm expecting to? Because my other one doesn't pop up anywhere at all. Even if I search, it's so weird. If I search for Kieran Markin, that other channel doesn't even show up. I had to track it down by logging into my other. I forgot I had a 3rd Google account. I had to log into that, and through the dashboard there, I can find the channel. Oh, maybe I made it private. I should check that. I may have made it private.
Well, that would make sense.
I got to go and check that. Yeah. I think I might have. Holy shit.
I just remembered I've got to reactivate my ABN.
Ooh. Oh, maybe I set the whole channel to private. I think I might have. That would explain a lot. Anyway, I'll figure this out. I'll figure this out. There's so many angles to figure it out. Plus the learning curve in StreamYard, plus the, all the other stuff. So it's all good fun though.
That is going to be me. Historical details. Yep, that's me. Got it. I've got my company name, but I haven't had like a sole trader. I deactivated my sole trader ABN ages ago, but I had a thought earlier today that I might be able to actually write off some stuff from all these subscriptions I'm buying.
Oh yeah.
Just to pay a little less tax. Gotta chat to my accountant sometime this week.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, I just figured why not? I don't know if it's even possible, but I was like, well, if I technically call this streaming thing a business and I've got these expenses, then I'm just, my business runs at a loss because like I'm not monetized or anything.
Yeah.
But it just means that I can write it off against my other stuff. And ABN generally lasts, Charles, as far as I remember, it's almost indefinite unless you intentionally cancel it, which I did a long time ago. Because when you try to get finance with banks back in the day, if they see you have a registered ABN, they usually need all this extra requirements and look-ins, and it was just a pain in the ass. So
yeah, I think I
just cancelled it because I didn't need it, and I got sick of having to go to my accountant and pay $100 for them to write a three-line letter. So
actually, I think I've got an ABN I've had for about like over 25 years.
Yeah, it remains active unless you cancel it. So
yeah.
I've just got to reactivate it.
Hey Shiva. Yeah, good to see you, man. We're just chilling out at this stage. Just a little bit of banter. Probably almost running out of things to watch. I'm just checking out 007, what's going on over there. It looks like he's got a panel going, but he's not on there.
Who is?
007.
Oh, right. I was watching, there's a guy that's subscribed to me, Shit Show, and I was actually gonna have a look at him before I saw that you were streaming. But he's got Trippy on the panel, and I was like, I'm not watching that shit. I actually don't even know shit show personally. I've never spoken to him, but I was like, oh, I haven't actually watched any of his streams yet. So I saw him. I was like, oh, I'll watch this stream, see what he's all about. And then he's got, dickhead over there. Yeah. That's the one, Shiva. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the shit show.
Yeah, I don't know who he is. I have no idea. I appreciate the sub, but I just don't know who he is. So, yeah. I don't know if he's like a lolcow or if he's legit or decent. I've got no idea. 007.
Yeah, it looks like he's fallen off his own panel. I'm looking at his chat. It looks like
there he is. He's doing a sleep stream.
I think so.
Oh no, he's actually got people there.
Yeah, there's people on, but he's not there. Oh, we got Shiva.
Right.
How you going, mate?
Hey, dude,
yeah, hang on. This audio isn't working well. What's gone wrong?
That sounds
Why
pretty
not
good.
in my headphones?
Yeah, you sound fine to me.
Well, yeah, but you're actually coming through my speakers rather than my headphones, which is
gotcha.
Oh, cool. Well, all right. So, all of Shiva's neighbors, please subscribe to Kieran Markin. Like and subscribe.
I don't know. My StreamYard changed my stream audio. I came up. My advice to you, Vintage, and I never get advice online.
I appreciate your advice though, because you have you're always good faith.
Yeah, the shit show is radioactive. If you get involved in this shit show, you are in fact inviting a whole lot of trouble into your life. Now, look, if you like bullshit drama where doxing is the norm, where contacting your family, trying to get you fired from your job, trying to get you evicted from your house, where all of that is like fair game, then go ahead, you'll have a great time.
Oh no, definitely not. I've just seen him. I just saw him because he subbed to me, and then I was like, oh, and he was actually one of my initial subs, and I was like, oh, okay, he subbed to me, I subbed to him. But yeah, when I saw that,
I just want to be clear. Like Authority Check, who is the guy who owns the shit show channel, I'm not accusing him specifically of doing any of those things.
Sure.
I mean, I think he might have certainly doxed people on his channel, maybe. But certainly the shit show community, which if you've been to his channel, you'll see that he's part of this community and within, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, as soon as I saw that Trippy was on the panel, I was like, okay, I think I know what this is about.
Yeah.
to
give you
I didn't even say to listen
idea,
to a word of it.
To give you an idea of what they think is fun, there's a guy on YouTube called Rebel, who is a kind of vaguely affiliated with I suppose I was going to say he's vaguely affiliated with First Amendment auditors, but only because I first heard from him from people who critique First Amendment auditors, right? Now I am definitely accusing Authority Check of this in no uncertain terms. Like, I've had lots of conversations with Authority Check. I've known them for years. What they do now, this guy Rebel, he's a piece of shit by anyone's standards. Like he has this thing set up where he will kind of go after people if you pay him, right?
Wow. Okay, so it's like some like Temu mercenary YouTuber.
Yeah, but he couldn't fight his way out of a wet paper bag. But what they like, he
usually the skill set for the people who do that.
I think he's on benefits. Like he's on benefits. He's on some kind of whatever the kind of social housing thing in America.
Yeah. He's not like affluent, or he's not. He doesn't have a job. He's unemployed.
But what he's so they'll go and antagonize him. They'll either someone will go and chuck him a donation to go and harass somebody else that they don't like, or they'll go to his channel and either body troll him, for a bit, just so that the audience can have a laugh, or antagonize him, because when he gets angry, he just kind of completely loses his shit, and you know, they love that. So
yeah, no, I'm definitely not about that. So I appreciate it, because I'm literally just not dealt with the channel at all.
Yeah,
apart from
I mean, look,
that I got a sub, but
to be fair, like I am going to be. I am going to be fair to Authority Check. First thing, I haven't really watched his channel in a couple of years, and maybe his content has changed. And also, when David died, he actually came on my channel and tried giving me like a donation. Like he made a payment into my PayPal, which was very generous, but which I couldn't accept. But like I just want to give him props for that.
No, that's fair. But yeah, I'm not about, if you're like, to me, that just seems like it's kind of pathetic, really.
Well, it's a playground, isn't it? It's 12-year-old kids playing at lunchtime, calling each other's names, like.
Yeah, I just don't get these like Jerry Springer style channels that want to ramp up drama. I do get why they do it, because it generates some form of clicks and views and traction, but it's very temporary. Because as soon as you run out of targets and and the battle's done, anyone that was watching it just drops off. So they have to keep it going.
There are an endless supply of new targets.
Yeah, but that's the point. That's the other point, though, is that if you just start creating targets and there's an endless supply, it's like I don't know. As a viewer,
it's a bit like
I like to switch off and watch something entertaining. I don't come home and be like, "Hey, listen, I want to get riled up and upset and angry and go fuck that person up." Like it's.
But I mean, I suppose it's sort of like I don't enjoy that sort of entertainment, but. It's like I can see the appeal, right? Because look, imagine you're just some kind of fuck muppet who's living his life, and has got some kind of shit job somewhere, and it's like because life can be pretty grim, right? Even when you appear to be on top of things, maybe your wife hates you, and your kid thinks you're a wanker or whatever, like and then but then you have this thing where like. People like cruelty. People enjoy being cruel. Right.
Well, yeah, you go back to the Roman days of the arena. Yeah. People used to go there and by the thousands and scream and yell and cheer. People getting like whacked in the middle of the sand.
Yes. Right. This is like that, except you can imagine that you could do that, but you could jab needles into the ankles of the gladiators just to annoy them. Right. And that's what makes this appealing, because some fucking muppet with a horrible life somewhere can come onto YouTube and then antagonize a lolcow to get them to kind of completely spurg out, and then that will generate maybe a month's worth of content. That kind of interactivity.
For that. I feel like I'd be an extremely poor target for someone to do that to me, because I just literally don't care, and I wouldn't give them the time of day.
Like I used to think that.
Okay, explain more. I'm happy to be corrected, but actually, I know. If you don't mind, I'll give you my reason why, and then you can rebut everything. And
it's not relevant. Your reason why isn't relevant.
Okay,
right. So
all right, explain.
Sure. There's a guy I actually quite like him out of this kind of community of psychopathic trolls. He's one of the better ones in that. Despite his protestations, he actually does have a kind of ethical sense. There are lines that he won't kind of cross. And like the people that he's friends with, he is happy to kind of say, look, that's just fucking bullshit, and I'm not doing that. And so he's a very good troll. And the way that I would, when people, because he's quite unassuming at first, he's got a bit of a hick accent, people think he's an idiot, and so I used to warn them. Andrew can be exceedingly irritating, and that
Andrew,
sounds
as in
mild.
Andrew.
The troll.
Oh,
like
okay,
he uses his name online, so I'm not like he uses his full name.
Gotcha.
So, but he's exceedingly good at irritating people, and that might not seem very much, but if you've got someone who's continuously irritating you, then that becomes enraging. And it's like, yes, you can develop a thick skin to that, but because I used to think that I was pretty easygoing in terms of, and that like not that difficult to kind of wind up. Yeah, no, some of these people, they seem like they're fucking idiots, but you know, they've got a bit of what am I going to call it, psychological nous to them, like they know how to manipulate people.
Yeah, right. It's, I don't know. See, it to me, I just don't know how someone could really like make my life difficult.
Yeah, but you're not a sadist, right?
Well, no, I wouldn't.
All right. Look,
I wouldn't categorize myself a sadist, but I've got that, you know.
But these people are.
But I know, and I get that's where you were going with that. But I guess.
All right, look at it like this. What if
my argument is I just don't care?
Right. What if someone offered $2,000 to the internet for someone to find out where you live, go to your home, and film you and your family eating in your home? Would that get to you?
Oh. I mean, it would be annoying, but I'd say I'd give a really good reason for anyone after that to try that again.
Right.
So if the first, you know, so let's call it the first wave, like someone offers $2,000 and a bunch of people try to show up to my door, you know, while I'm eating with me and my missus and hanging out.
Oh, that wouldn't be that.
There'll be a certain consequence that happens, and I'm pretty confident that would deter anyone else from thinking that $2,000 is a good price for trying that on.
Sure, that wouldn't be the first wave, of course. Like, because the first thing they would do is get your address, right?
Well, yeah,
that's
true.
Yeah, okay.
That'd be pretty impressive if they could get that.
Yeah, I mean, by the time you had, there are some very clever people out there. By the time,
I know, and I'm not discounting that, but I'm not saying there aren't clever people.
By the time it got to the point where you had someone like a troll turning up at your door, you'd probably already have had a number of welfare checks, pizzas sent to your house. One guy used to send prostitutes around to people's houses for a drink.
Nice.
I mean, not if you didn't hire them. What if you live in a conservative neighborhood, right? And then like you've got these whores.
Did you have to pay for the hooker?
Well, no.
So it's a freebie.
The troll
would get time for free.
Okay, I get it. You're being flippant.
Yeah, no, I am. But
like,
no,
see, here's the thing, right? No, wait, no. See, this is, this does kind of piss me off, actually. Okay. Like, cause I watched this shit for years, and it fucking destroys people. Like it does.
I don't disagree with that at all. I honestly, I'm 100% with you. It destroys lives. Absolutely does. And that's it. It took me, the reason I didn't have a channel a year ago or 2 years ago was for this exact reason. And then it took a lot of backwards and forwards and probably a lot of preparation and thought and safeguards. And I know you can't account for everything, but I like to think I'm pretty well more insulated than most that decide I'm going to start a YouTube channel. Because of those sort of concerns.
I mean, it helps that you're in Australia and most of these nut jobs are in America.
Oh, true, but I'm still but I'm still not fool enough to think that someone in Australia can't do the same here. There's someone within our borders that could be equally as unhinged. But
I mean, maybe what you could do, because like I say, like people change. and maybe Authority Check has had some kind of epiphany. So,
I
like,
would
maybe
find it
you know,
unlikely. I don't like
I
to give
mean-
people in that sort of situation benefit of the doubt. That's
well, I'm not saying that. I'm
needless
not saying that he has. I'm just saying it's a possibility. So maybe go and watch a stream, see what you think, because maybe he's doing something new.
Well, yeah, I'm not giving him any credit for changing. I'm not suggesting that at all. It's just like, well, if you're really that determined, good luck.
Yeah.
You know. And
There was a phase. This was so funny. This went on for about a year because I used to do all the drama bullshit stuff.
Yeah.
But as me, you know, like, so the same way that I approach debating Christians is the same way that I would approach this sort of bullshit, right?
I would never have guessed.
And so
I would never have guessed.
There was like
Spoiler alert.
There was this period when like people accusing each other of lying was like a big thing, right?
Yeah, right.
And so and what I found interesting was that it was the liars who were most upset, like people who had been demonstrated to have consistently lied in the past, who appeared to be the most vociferous with their accusations, right? So I started going on their panels asking them, like, why is lying wrong? And then, you know, being me, right? Well, no, vintage, it gets better. This is the best.
Yeah,
bit.
I know
But
it's
then-
getting better, but I just love you, Shiva,
Right.
for this. You are so good at this. You
Well,
really are.
Then, like,
It's a gift.
It occurred to me we hadn't actually ascertained whether lying is actually wrong. So I started asking Authority Check, is lying wrong? And he wouldn't answer the question. And this went on for about a fucking year.
Yeah.
And then it spread to other people in his group, like his kind of friends. I would ask them the same question. Is lying wrong? Hoping to get to why is lying wrong? But we could never get to why is lying wrong because they wouldn't answer whether it was or not.
Yeah.
Oh my god. They're mental.
I mean, when it comes to like just to quickly circle back to like the whole haters and detractors and people that might want to target you, I'll give you my quick analysis and brief just on my own front.
Sure.
I had a very brief stint there where I got a shitload. Well, there's actually two instances. I'll go to the first. I promoted and had my Discord in my in the description of lives and videos I would post. My Discord got fucking overrun by First Amendment auditors and sovereign citizens after I did a short and then a subsequent video. So I had to clean out my fucking Discord, hence why it's like you need to answer some questions answer a question before I approve you. And it's basically, are you an OG? It's some irrelevant question, but it's just a screening so that people don't get auto approved. The second thing that happened was I'd been on speakeasies like panels, VKs, etc., and I started getting a whole host of comments peppered through various videos and lives I had. Was like, oh, so you support a guy and you back a guy that doesn't pay child support and he does this and that and all sorts of ad homs and all that other sort of bullshit. I've kept three of those comments throughout the videos just as a bit of for a bit of historical prosperity. And then I was like, you know what, I'm just going to make a AI song about it and be like, yeah, you want to hate me? Yeah, okay, fuck you. Like, I'm just not fazed by it. I just don't care. Like some random like special needs person that's found YouTube. Yeah, okay, troll off and go mental. I don't care. I'm not going to go. I don't put my head on my pillow at night and go, oh my god, my video's got all these hate messages and people are telling me this and that and random threats, blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, fuck it, I don't care. And that seems to, the fact that I don't care seems to just enrage them because they're like, oh, he's not taking the bait, he's not crashing out, so we just can't keep pressing him.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's definitely the best way to deal with. Yeah, that's my take on trolls in my chat. Is look, if they're not breaking terms of service, they can kind of be as rude as they like. You know, if you get me on a bad day, then I'll just ban you. You know, like
true, true. But the point being is that they do this to try and elicit some response. Like, oh, these guys are fuckers. I fucking hate them. Blah blah blah. Whatever. I just laughed and made a song about it. And then they're like, oh, okay, we can't actually trigger this guy. He just, I kind of made it like a content farm sort of situation, even though it's, the song didn't go viral or anything. Not that I expected it to. But I was just like, I just don't give a fuck. So you're trying to get a rise out of me. You failed. Move on. And they did, And I have no doubt there'll be round 2, round 3. There'll be round 200 as the years go on. But, okay, whatever. Enjoy your time in your mama's basement and trying to make yourself feel better, trying to dunk on someone. If that's how.
Well,
if that makes you feel better about life, then go ahead.
I think that's an oversimplification. It's not really.
Oh, true. It's an oversimplification. I didn't want to give like a 30-minute.
I actually did a very small amount of research into trolling. This was like towards maybe like 3 or 4 years ago or something.
I actually did. To be fair, I actually did a bit of research on how to troll Kieran's channel, and I'm now like, I don't know, am I head mod now or something, Kieran?
All right, your buddy trolling
or something.
Your buddy trolling you.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to running this now that I'm head mod, and I get to, I can come in and out of the StreamYard and stuff, and I'm gonna just give him shit when I overtake his subscriber count. Even though if I'm being on the real, that's not going to happen. I'll get bigger, but he'll get bigger even further. But on the real, I'm happy with that. That's a good exchange.
But there's there was this research in psychiatry, which was like there were some people who were Hay re-examination, who were looking at what types of mental, like in the psychiatric field, which I get that not everyone agrees with, but that there are this collection of mental states, which, depending on which you read, it's either the dark tetrad or the dark triad, right? And they are Machiavellianism, psychopathy, narcissism, and sadism. And apparently trolls score highest in the kind of sadism area.
Sure.
Which I kind of thought was quite interesting. Like, because it means that because one of the I don't like Rebel.
I'm not surprised that they would, that trolls would be more sadist. That would, to me, that would make it, I guess, a bit more sense because of what kind of what they get their rocks off from.
Right. Yeah, because they derive enjoyment from cruelty. Right.
Yeah. So I think that's why my strat kind of works good because they. To me, I don't take it as well. I don't enjoy it. Like if I could never get a troll again, great. But if there was one, I'm not crying in my pillow at night, which is what they ultimately want. So, okay, well,
no, they don't.
About? I don't care.
They don't want you to cry into your pillow at night. They want you to do it on the live stream on camera so they can laugh at you.
Yeah, well, there's even less chance of that. That's what I mean. It's like it's literally it's water off a duck's back. I do not care. I won't even acknowledge it.
I mean, I have to say, like, it was weird because I got into that community initially because some old scam baiting friends of mine were.
Yeah, you were in that scene. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and they were. They'd come across these things like First Amendment auditors, which I'd never heard of before.
I have a very intimate knowledge and experience with them.
Well, I mean, I do now. I mean, like I was kind of aware of cop watchers, but not, like, but the way that I was introduced to it was these kind of scam baiting friends of mine were kind of saying, hey, look at these, like, this is a fucking scam. like these guys are just fleecing their audience for money. And so that's how I got into.
That's what cop watchers and auditors do. They do that as well. Very effectively, unfortunately.
Well, yeah, that's sorry. Yeah. When my scam baiting friends were referring to the scammers, they were referring to generally auditors as a whole, with very few exceptions. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'd actually be in the same. I'd be in the same camp in that opinion.
I mean, it's funny seeing. Yeah. It's funny seeing how this kind of panel community has evolved since COVID, because that's kind of what made it explode, really, wasn't it? COVID.
Yeah, back in those days, I wasn't even thinking for 1 second that I'd do a channel or anything like that. I just kind of sat back and watched it all happen, and like, oh yeah, whatever. So there's never like a thought, oh, I should get online and start promoting my opinions or doing content or anything like that. It's, as a result of, of the pandemic or anything. I think I had a lot of other shit going on at that time that filled my time day to day.
Just to change the subject completely.
Sure.
I'm on my nihilism marker at the moment. Have you ever heard of... Oh, I don't know if you were aware of that, but I'm on my nihilism mark at the moment.
I do remember. Yeah.
It's a bit like
you did an excellent job on my TGIF stream 2 weeks ago.
It's a bit like Kieran's gay arc. It's just less permanent. Yeah. But there was this philosophical idea that JS introduced me to a few months ago called the existential elk theory, which was kind of written by, it was like an essay or like a short, like a story or an essay story, written by, I think he was Norwegian philosopher called Zapffe. I don't know if either of you.
Never heard that. No idea.
So he likens. I mean, probably, maybe celibate might be a more apposite phrase. But he likens mankind to an elk, saying that mankind's consciousness has evolved to the point where it's cumbersome and hinders progress. And he's saying it's a bit like some elk in the forest. Their antlers grow kind of too large and unwieldy, and it impedes their ability to move through the forest. So what he's saying, like, he's kind of saying, but this is kind of related to existentialism. So I think what he's arguing is this: the universe doesn't care, and we can't cope with that. So he says we do one of four things. We do something that he says is isolation, where we isolate the troubling idea away from other concepts in our minds, right? The second thing is distraction. Like, we just kind of try and avoid the idea that we can't cope with just by, filling our experience with sex and television and jobs and whatnot, right? Yeah. The third one was, what was the third one? I forget. Isolation, distraction. Oh, right. I forget what it's called, but it's essentially constructing ideological narratives that we seek refuge in. So that could be religion, it could be politics, it like philosophy, whatever, feminism, communism,
Yeah.
And then the fourth thing, which is like, on his view, the most healthy thing, is sublimation. So, and that's
What's
kind of like
sublimation?
it's like an maybe best thought of as an artistic or a creative process where you kind of confront the kind of dread of just being, and then you sublimate it either by producing works of art or
Yeah, right. Okay. So this is where I get, and I'm far from like my philosophy is very poor. I'll just be outright with it, and but it's what I gather from everything you said there is that it's basically, and correct me if I'm wrong, that when you look at the universe and how it all is, like planets, solar system, stars, life in general, there's really nothing at the end of the tunnel. There's no light at the end of the tunnel. It just ends, and that's it. You're done. So people use religion, for example, as kind of a bit of a cope. They're looking for some sort of hope and go, there's actually a light at the end of the tunnel. This is where we'll go afterwards. Everything's all G. It's actually it's going to be epic.
Well, that's one of the copes.
Yeah, one of the copes. Yeah, no, I agree. It's one of the copes, but it's an example of just people are just trying to find some sort of cope to be like, well, there is actually something at the end of the tunnel. They don't know what it is.
No, wait. No, just to be clear, Zapffer's thesis isn't to do with is there a light at the end of the tunnel, but the nature of awareness.
Oh yeah. When I say light at the end of the tunnel, it's like you don't want to believe that when our lives come to an end, there's nothing. They need to think that it goes on. There's something that it continues on, because if it just ends in a nothing burger at the end of your life, then okay, well, why are we here? What was the whole point of all of this?
Oh, I don't know. I'm kind of hoping it ends. I hope it does. I hope there's no fucking afterlife. That's going to suck. More.
But why? Well, but that's also subjective. No, but that can be subjective based on how your life turned out.
Hey, so wait. Vintage. Of course, it's subjective, because it's like my own personal opinion. Like someone who's having like a really, wonderful life where everything just happens the way they want to. I would imagine that they might be quite keen on some sort of afterlife. For me, though, it's like, what, more sensory input, really?
Yeah, but it depends on what you're expecting. So there's a couple of different lines you can take. You could be like, well, and I'm not saying this is you, I'm just using some generic examples. Let's say your life's really great and you're making all the money, you've got like all the yachts and you got all the bitches, you know, everything's a great time all the time. And then on the flip side, you could have someone that lives in a bus stop and they suffer every day. They struggle to feed themselves. Their life just sucks. So the person that's got the yachts and the 304s is like, let's just keep this shit going. And then at the end of it, it's the afterlife, which is even better. Whereas you get the guy on the bus stop is like, I just want this to fucking end. And I've suffered so much. I don't even want to think about having a future, because that's all they've basically known for the majority of their life.
Of course, it's important to note that the obverse could be true, right? Because
absolutely,
many wealthy people are unhappy.
I agree with that. Yeah, no, I agree with that too. But the point being is that things can ebb and flow and change, and it's all within your mind and how what your experience, not only what your experience is, but how you perceive that experience. So
agreed.
So to what you said is you can have like someone that's worth like $10 billion and they're miserable, or you could have someone that lives in Section 8 housing or in a bus stop and they're happy as a clam. Like it doesn't.
Excellent. Okay. So I'd like to because what I said, like when I started all that, I actually said 3 words, right? Which were, I hope not. Like I hope there isn't an afterlife, because you know, why the fuck would you want more, right? Like, and so that wasn't me saying an afterlife is bad. It's just me saying I fucking well hope there isn't, because I don't really want more experience once it's.
Why not?
Why? Why would I?
So in a human lifetime, do you think you have
Mm-hmm.
the time and the ability to experience everything you can on Earth?
No.
Every experience, every possibility, do you have that
No.
ability?
No.
Okay. Do you think if you had eternal life afterwards, you may have that ability?
I mean, definitionally, you would.
Yeah.
Assuming
So why
that
would you hope there's not anything afterwards if there's that ability or that potential for you to be able to experience like amazing things afterwards?
Oh well, wait.
On a timeline
Wait,
that's
but-
virtually unlimited.
Yeah, because but you see, I mean, it's interesting that you kind of focused on one category of experiences, which was
I just used
amazing.
experience. Well, I just used
Yeah, right. Well, why don't we use horrific as an adjective instead? Right? Because, like, if we're talking about infinite experiences, then that has to include horrific experiences or boring experiences.
I'll go one better. I'll grant that and go you one better. Why not have a combination of amazing and horrific experiences for all time?
Right. So I suppose the issue for me is this, like, so I'm kind of pressing my thumb against my finger at the moment, right? And there's a kind of sensory experience that comes up from that, and it's fairly neutral, right? You know, I mean, I suppose you could say it's perhaps mildly pleasant, right? I mean, it's not unpleasant, just gently pressing my two fingers together.
Okay.
But but what's actually happening there? Like, what is the experience, right? Now, I actually can't answer that question, like, as to what it is. I can maybe speak to as to some of the properties that it has. One,
is it good?
Is it good? I don't know. What do you mean by the word, like, preferable?
I knew you were going to ask that. I knew you were going to ask that. It's like I've seen this happen before.
Hey, fellas, if I could.
Uh-huh.
As much as I hate to break up a really, really interesting conversation,
but you're going to do it anyway.
I'm afraid that the time's come. I'm gonna have to wrap it up. Vintage, if you want to stream, we can send over there if you want to continue the conversation.
No, I didn't want to. I'm not streaming tonight because I know that's going to end up being 3 or 4 hours, and I have to go back to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
My public holiday.
Kieran, thank you for having me.
I do want to continue
Vintage,
this at a later point. It's always a great exchange with you, man. It really is.
Vintage, I've got an experiment that I'd like you to try.
Okay.
Which is just at some point when you're walking, pay attention to the sensations that are occurring in the soles of your feet, and then try and work out like what they actually are. If you come up with an answer, let me know, because it's been bugging me for like at least a decade. Anyway, thanks for having me.
It was good to see you, man. Thanks for
physio. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, lovely chatting to you, Vintage. I'll see you guys later.
Have a
Good
good
on
one,
you,
man.
mate. We'll talk to you again. Always welcome. Looks like Charles is making a suggestion. Yeah, 007 was live, but he wasn't on his own panel. He was. It looked like he dropped off, and it still is. The place is being run. Even his chat was saying, "Where's Richie gone?" Hey, Shiva, anytime, Shiva, always welcome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we appreciate.
He was always a good. He's a good dude. He really is.
Yeah.
I've watched his. I've had conversations with him. I've watched him have conversations with other people. He's always great faith, and he will still challenge your opinions. He won't be disrespectful, but he'll challenge your opinions. And that's what makes you grow and get better and smarter.
He and I have had some pretty.
I have all the time in the world for Shiva. I really do.
Yeah, Yeah, me and Shiva have had some pretty, what shall we call it, hearty conversations in the past. It was always good fun. Yeah, it's always good fun. But all right, well, original vintage. Yeah, you wanted to talk at one point. We'll catch up, talk about some prompts, and we'll talk about
Yeah, got that debate prompt. I want to get your
Yeah.
thoughts on.
Yeah,
See
we'll
how
talk
it
about a
goes.
bit of music. Yep, sounds good.
Yeah. If you want, let me know what you want, and I'll do some stuff during the week, like just Discord me,
beautiful.
whatever, and well, I'll throw stuff, and we'll go back and forth until you get what you like, and it's
I'm
fun
just
time
making-
for me to do. Gives me a bit of time to switch off from work and other stuff and enjoy, and if it's helpful, then that's all the better.
Yep, just making some notes to remind myself. Perfect, mate. Thanks for coming up.
No worries, anytime.
You
Chad,
too,
have
brother.
a good
All right.
one. Make
Talk to
sure
you
you
soon.
like Kieran on your way out if you haven't already. Be an OG.
Thanks, mate. See ya.
Gotcha.
All right, we've got re-examination show and Shiva. I don't know, appreciating dad jokes, I suppose, in the chat. Anyway, thanks for everybody who was watching. It's always nice to know there's people out there just sort of having a bit of a squiz about what's going on over here. Always thanks to the chat. Always appreciate your input. Panelists, the same. What can I say? Appreciate you all. So, Charles Darwin put it right. Take care, people. All right, we'll see you all next time. God bless.